Siempre.
Hey, ¿qué tal? Hola a todos, bienvenidos, sean welcome everyone from all over the place, wherever you are. Be welcome to this stream. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be in this. That is Unidos Online. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Welcome, everyone. Of course, this is going to be an English-speaking stream, but we want to welcome in all the Spanish-speaking viewers that were just watching up the Halo tournament. This is going to be the Jugo Box, hosted by Hungrybox and Team Liquid, and we're heading right into top 8 in just a little bit. Roy, I think we already have our first matchup ready to go.
That's right. There on the screen, you can see Kabi, who's been a hero main that's been going to be facing off against Cola Pika Pizza, as he's going by this match. GG.
Now the true battle begins.
Now,
True battle begins.
to winners finals without a loss.
That's right. If he keeps playing like this, he might as well be the champion of El Jugo Box. Because this Roy is looking on fire quite literally so far. Oh, not really, but the blade at least, the blade at least is
The
is
blade
pretty
is on fire, yes.
Yeah. He does bring the heat.
Certainly so, certainly so. And going into game number 3, I mean, I wanted to know if there is, I mean, I thought that small battlefield would actually be a pretty good change, but should there really be anything else that should be going through Kabi's head right now? Maybe a stage change? I know that Hero is a little bit of his bane, but is there a specific stage that you think he would be a little bit more comfortable on?
Oh, I don't know. The thing that though we're surely perhaps going to triplet just for the way that Mario can control those kind of scenarios and the combos that he does available in those stages. But no, it's actually going to be small battlefield again. I am quite surprised to see this stage with Mario on the deck here.
Oh boy, so yes, Kabi does have himself the Mario back, and no, like you mentioned, Tripod is so much better! Oh, Kabi! He was so close to getting up that fair off stage to try to get that insane spike, and now he's still putting on even more damage. This is such a welcome change for Kabi.
Look at that bola though, still making it
coverage.
look very hard for him. Oh, the backer once more. How many more stocks is Cole gonna take with that option?
Oh boy, but in we go again. Still maintaining spaces. Kabi just trying to get rid of the stock. Good dash attack, just trying to make his way in, but even then, Kabi forcing on back. Roy again. Oh, has a little bit of a weird recovery. Like I mentioned, it could be very linear. It could be very predictable. But even then, Kabi, no, he got traded out. Does he still have his jump? No, he's gone.
Oh, he scared him off. Like that was like I don't have to edge guard you, but I'm gonna still put pressure in there.
Just
Nice
in case.
movement from Cole. Yeah, just in case that you're trying to recover. Look at that, ever so aggressive. I like it. He's gonna pay for his life though with that up smash.
And rightfully so. And in we go again. A couple of up airs from Kabi, just trying to cover up. He needs some sort of insane stock here, but Cola was going for some sauce himself. Again, just assaulting that shield, potentially trying to get himself a shield poke at some point, but it's still not happening. There it is, up air starter, but still nothing. Cola just keeps booting on damage here, Roy.
And that shield for Cola was looking kind of small. It's Kabi's turn to try and pressure him, but her percent keeps racking up.
Oh, but in goes Gabi! That is massive! Finally, like I mentioned, this is kind of the game where Kabi just needs to pop up with just a huge kill, but 65%! Kabi is obliterated, deleted off the map, and just like that, an extremely clean 3-0 for Pika Pizza, aka Cola, to make his way into winners finals here at El Jugo Box.
And now we are gonna hop onto the other side of winner semis to see who's gonna be there facing against Cola. The one and only Pika Pizza 07. It might be Spargo or it might be Web JP. But it was very, very clean for Cola for sure. That force match almost came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, it was a little bit weird. He just kind of ran up and did it. There was nothing to it. He just kind of fill off the angel platform and immediately just did it. And if it works, it works. Especially with Mario being so light, you have that luxury. You're Roy. He hits like a truck, and of course he's gonna be moving on into winners finals. All good and dandy. But I think the most important thing, the most important storyline about this entire exchange is that now, Roy, we have ourselves Spargo waiting up on the other side of winner semis. I would love to see a Cloud Ditto in winners finals because I'm actually a Cloud main. I would love to go through that.
That would be so amazing. That would be pretty amazing. Cloud Ditto. Ooh. I'm going to see. I don't know if they've played that before because the one and only time that I've seen Spargo play Cloud Ditto was versus Leo, and he lost. And he actually went Inkling and ended up beating him, but the Cloud versus Cloud matchup didn't quite work out for him. So I don't know. Spargo, he can. I cannot read his mind sometimes. Like, I do not know what goes through that man's mind sometimes. But the Cloud Ditto would still be pretty sick. I hope that they indulge us.
Oh, absolutely. Cloud Dittos are like one of the funnest Dittos to actually watch in this game, purely because it's just two dudes with swords just hitting each other the entire time. Sometimes you get some projectiles. Sure, but even then, you just keep just throwing it out again and again, right? So it just works.
It's a very fun matchup, but before we could actually get into that matchup, of course, WebJP is waiting up in winners at the moment to face off against Spargo beforehand. I think he has been playing Lucas a little bit more, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right.
Yes,
but
Lucas.
They should be starting right away. Look at that. I love seeing that little Roy face there. No other characters for Picky Pizza. I love how the layout also said that. Like, what? I don't know what inspires people to just straight up change their name. Like, for example, Meister that went like Sonic Forever or something like that. It's just
it's a little more memes, right?
Yeah,
the jokes.
They have to have fun with something. This is online. We're gonna be here for quite a while in this format of tournaments. So, I mean, they might as well have some fun with their names in this Match GG.
Yeah, why not? Why not? But as long as you do your research and you actually know who they are, that kind of helps. But sometimes they could totally debate us, right? But it's all good. It's all good. We are going to be moving on into our next game. Of course, WebJP is a player coming out from New Jersey here in the United States. And Spargo, of course, coming out. I'm not going to say your region, your country, but do you know specifically what region Spargo is from?
Yeah, he is from Tijuana, all the way in Baja California. That's the northernmost part of Mexico, actually. So that's why Spargo often goes to like California tournaments, like SoCal, like tournaments in SoCal.
Oh,
so
okay.
So that's why. Yeah, he is from actually on. I believe it's the frontier. It's like actually exactly on the border, exactly on the way crossing to the United States. So. And it's impressive how young he is. That's the thing with Spargo is he's this kid that came out from Mexico, like even younger than Meister, because people even thought that Meister was a little bit younger whenever he actually made his emergence. But Spargo, he is a young prodigy playing up on Cloud now, and he's been to a heck of a ton of events. He's had some great performances. I remember meeting him up at CEO last year, actually. CEO 2019. He had a great performance. He is a very, very, I guess you could say a very genuine person to meet. And online, I don't think his play style really fits that genuineness of him, because he is brutal here, Roy. Yeah, for sure. Spargo is one of the most explosive players that we have in this online era, and you can see that right away with the up smash that's going to close out that stock for Spargo. And this is the thing, once he gets momentum, it's really hard to stop him.
Right, absolutely. And we go again. Spargo just trying to swing on away. This is actually a little bit better of a matchup for Cloud. Lucas, yes, can control a lot of space on stage, just using up multiple projectiles, trying to space out Cloud. But Cloud is a bona fide rush down depending how you play him. And Spargo is one of the most aggressive players to play up this character in general. So he's always going to be assaulting you. Not only that, but he has the tech to use. So you're up on ledge, he's going to follow you all the way to the edge. But Spargo now, 58, has to use up that limit to make his way back towards stage. Oh, nice stuff from Webb. Again, just covering up. Good default, but again, Spargo is done for. He's dead. Good stuff from Webb.
Yeah, he tried to stall as hard as he could off stage, but it was just not gonna pan out in his way. Spargo gonna put in the pressure though here by the corner, and the backer is gonna be enough. I love that. Cloud, once you are by the corner versus this character, you are in a very tough spot if you're not ready to get those parries in.
Right, absolutely. And in we go again. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are watching Spargo facing off against Webb JP. Webb JP on the right side playing up on Lucas, and let's go, Spargo. What's the plan? What's the plan? Any insane combo? No. Okay, just light back air into cross slash. That's gonna get yourself 40%. Big from Spargo again. Still stacking up the up airs. Still pressuring shield too. Back air is actually a great shield poke tool. It actually is well, at least for Lucas, it can be very dangerous.
Yeah, sure. Lucas tends to struggle versus characters that outrange him, so that it may be why he is losing here versus Spargo. And also, of course, the way that Spargo's been playing, but look at that. He's got to put him off stage. He's got to be forced to use the limit break. Pressure that's coming in. Oh, forward tilt. Very strong tool for Lucas, and that's going to find also the next stock going into the last one.
Oh, good stuff from Webb too, just trying to attach onto Spargo right below ledge, but in he goes, fanning out of fair. Webb is a little bit away. Will Spargo approach? Actually, the tether will come on, but Spargo, good patience, holding on to shield. Webb tries to jump on over him, but Spargo is faster. He's going to be able to get that back air, and the first win here in our set between Spargo and Webb JP.
I'm always surprised by the reaction that this kid has. Like, even online, my goodness, I don't know how he reacts so fast to the options. And of course, Cloud does have the frame data to be able to have used that, at the very least, in the air. So, Spargo making it happen here with the Cloud, the tried and true main. I don't see a switch, though Webb might be considering something. I mean, he did get him to last stock, but I don't know. When it was looking rough, it was looking very rough.
Yeah, Webb, I think the only ult that he really uses is Zero Suit Samus. So that could be an option going forward. Otherwise, it's mainly just going to be this Lucas and Cloud matchup. Actually, ZSS versus Cloud is actually a really fun matchup to watch up. This one is also, of course, you're going to be having what is Lucas taking more control of spacing, but like I mentioned, Spargo is on a whole other level in terms of pressure. I don't really think there's any other character in this game that, could potentially have so much rushdown potential such as Cloud, because Spargo, you can just swing it all times. You launch out of fair, and then instantly while you land, you either go for a down tilt or immediately into a side B. Your shield is taking so much damage, and not only that, but Cloud is a shield poking machine here, boy. And we are going to go into game number 2, and then we're back on PS2.
PS2 makes the best games, as they say, and immediately starting with the juggles and gonna find himself off stage as Spargo just swinging for the fences with the fair. My God. Though finally, I like that Weber here managing to at least get a parry in, and that might be the confidence boost that he needs to. Oh, he's gonna put Cloud off stage? No, I don't think so. Look at that. The damage, though, keep tracking up, but Spargo already has limit.
He already has limit. He was charging it the entire time, and even then, Weber just trying to attach on. And 99, he is more than that, but ooh, okay, the blade beam, the limit blade beam is gonna get caught, but look how far Spargo actually went for that back air. That is insane.
Yeah, you definitely don't see that happen every time. Cloud not very well known for his recovery, but Spargo making it happen off stage even. Look at the back airs as well, and the juggling continues. Spargo dancing around Lucas.
Oh yeah, no, he's just fanning out backers at this point. Really nothing else to it. Spargo 2. Nice grab 2. He's going to be able to put him in a good position with the backer. But that's it. Oh, Spargo is dead. Good PK freeze from Weber.
Oh my God, that was the sickest counter edge guard I've seen so far in this tournament.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and also the recognition is Spargo was ready to try and trade with the PK Thunder too.
Oh yeah, no, that's easy for Spargo. You could just pop up and you can cover ledge with down air anyways. That blade is long enough, and well, Webb JP is stuck in a little bit of a tricky situation. And at low percent too, Cloud has a lot of very trusty combos. And you can kind of see Spargo kind of going for those starters too. Back air, not only is it a great damage, kind of damage option, but it also leads up to a lot of combos.
That's right. And oh my god, Spargo gonna pressure here by the corner. Once again, I feel like this has been the story repeating itself with the players that have been winning this sets. Spargo, though, managing to come up unscathed from that situation by the ledge.
This is awesome for Weber. He's finally found at least a little bit of a formula for success, which is literally just don't have Spargo come back to ledge. That's it. And it
if you can figure it out. Yeah, it does.
If you can figure it out, you might as well use it, right?
That's right. That's very right. And ow, the downer. Spargo is so clean and precise with those. Every time by the ledge, like, even if he doesn't get the spike, he usually gets the hit at least. So he definitely has labbed down that timing, and we are seeing it come off and paying dividends for him in the form of two games so far.
Yeah, 2 games for good old Spargo. And again, it's the small things that I'm realizing about Spargo's play and how refined this character play actually is, because it's the small things such as that downer covering ledge. That's actually super tough to do. You have to essentially maintain what is muscle memory to actually pull that off. You have to run off stage, jump back, and while you're jumping out, you have to input down air at the same time. But be careful not to launch out down air, before you end up pressing back jump, because then you're absolutely dead. As Cloud, down air is a very long-lasting move. It has a great lingering hitbox. But if used correctly, it could spike out your opponent right from ledge. And Spargo, again, using up that tactic at the very end. I have no other praise for this guy. He's a great young player, and he's looking to face up against what is yet another swordy main, in a sense, over into winners finals, facing off against Georgia's good old Cola. So Mexico versus Georgia, maybe.
Maybe, perhaps. I mean, it's not written on stone just yet. We could see the comeback from WebJP, but the way that Spargo was playing, I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, it was pretty decisive the way that Spargo has been playing, and of course, you'd expect that from like a veteran, but Spargo, as you said, is a pretty young player, but he does have quite a lot of experience.
Yes.
I'm sorry, with tournaments. He's been competing since he was very young. He's been around, I believe, since Smash 4. So he was already very prominent in the Tijuana region, even back in the day. So like, he's been keeping on polishing those skills, and it's showing. And I love to see that. Oh my God, Spargo!
Oh my
God!
Even Spargo, man, he's so nuts. That's so
tried
crazy.
to parry that. He even tried to go for the full parry on the nair, like he was nothing. Like, yeah, sure, I scared you already. I'm going for the next stuff. It doesn't even matter to him. What?
This is awesome
feeling
for
himself.
Spargo. He's playing with his food. And right now he's just trying to bait out. He has just about 7 seconds left on his limit, so he's kind of waiting out for a good opportunity to actually use it out. WebJP a little bit away. Spargo. Oh, he's gonna launch it out, but it's actually going to lead up to a little bit more HP for WebJP. Spargo is not. Oh! I was about to say, Spargo was maybe not dead, but he still went for the up B anyways. But Spargo lost that interaction. WebJP is actually really fortunate to get that kind of, not SD, but that kind of self-destruct or self-kill.
Yeah, sure. He went down, but Spargo with the recognition as well to go for it. Even though he had already lost the stock, he didn't really have to do it. But come on, it looked great.
Right, I think he really had to though, because WebJP, he could have easily recovered back. So Spargo, great awareness. So in we go again, Roy. He's just spacing out backers. This guy's crazy.
Yeah, he's just spacing. Playing correctly, very, very fundamentally sound, and also very pressure heavy. The same thing that we saw with Cola on last game. I think that's maybe a staple of Cloud players at a top level, because we've seen them go off so far. And of course, Cola didn't play Cloud, but I feel like it's a staple of his game. Just the way that he tries to go in constantly, and Spargo always trying to find a way to put his opponent on his toes.
Absolutely. And out goes Spargo again, fanning out fares. It's Web JP. He is down to his last stock, and Spargo is just jumping back again and again and again. Just making sure that Web JP just doesn't get in the air. Literally does not move. But good starter from Web. Want to be able to get himself a little bit of a nair. Try to get that into a little bit of a combo, but they're both shielded out. And now Web, he does have a jump to actually use out. Super close to dying up to that back air. And Spargo's now looking for the kill move now.
Yeah, he didn't even have to go for it. What? No. That was the weirdest angle I've ever seen in a Lucas recovery. Ever. Damn. I was wrong.
Oh, no.
That was very
That
wrong.
is unfortunate. Yeah, no, here's the thing. Webb was also trying to get himself a little bit of an angle onto stage. Because if I'm not mistaken, he just wanted to go straight for Spargo there, but it just didn't work. Now here we go again, Roy. I don't think we actually know what game we're actually going to be taking on at the moment. But we do have what is now Toru in losers at the moment. Epic Gabriel waiting up. Kabi, same thing. So I think the only game that we could possibly commentate at the moment is just winners finals between Spargo and Cola, I think.
I do believe so. Oh, so Toru is already... I believe that he's got an opponent ready. It's just that it's not reported on bracket, if I'm hearing that correctly. But yeah, I don't think that we would play winners finals right away, just because they would have to wait for a very, 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 very long time on both losers finals and grand finals. So yeah, I do hope that we get to see some losers around matches as soon as we can. But regardless, I hope everybody in the stream is having a great time. Of course, Celebración Latina, como no? This is what it's all about. And you already know we are very happy to be here with you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to Latinx in Games for kind of having us here for this entire stream, for this entire celebration of Latin American and Hispanic communities in gaming. And of course, myself, I'm Brazilian, so I am Hispanic, and yourself, Roy, you are from Mexico, you are Latino, and this is honestly just a great way for us to not only showcase what is this beautiful, diverse community to you guys, but also we get to watch some amazing Super Smash Brothers from people from all different backgrounds. You have, of course, just some pure Americans from regions such as New Jersey and from Georgia, but also, of course, the Latin Americans coming out from the Mexican region, from Guatemala, from Puerto Rico. Some talent that you guys might have not even known about. It's a great, great time here on stream. And of course, we wanted to thank Latinx in Games, and also, of course, our two sponsors for the night, Gameheads and Pantera.
That's right. Thank you all so much for making it happen here on this stream. And I was going to touch on this point, and I've already talked about this on quite a few streams, but the one thing that I think is great from the pandemic, even if everything else is not great, is the fact that through online tournaments, we get to display talent from all over the world, and not only Latin America, but in this case, of course, especially from Latin America. However, like people that you really wouldn't expect to see in normally, or that they cannot go to like super majors or whatnot. So that's the one redeeming quality that this online whole situation has had. So I really like that. I really love seeing people that I maybe have not even heard of before.
Yeah, no, and that's honestly the kind of the pleasure of watching, online tournaments, because personally, I was out of the Super Smash Brothers community really throughout this year, because I went to CEO Dreamland back in March. It was a great celebration of what was just our community and what was, our region in a sense. Central Florida is where I'm at the moment. But ever since then, there haven't been any tournaments at all, and Wi-Fi has kind of been something where I'm just like, do I really want to commentate? Do I really want to put effort into it? But you slowly start to realize how great some of this play can be, and how some of this talent that really has never had the opportunity to go to a lot of physical events, they come out to really, really play in these Wi-Fi tournaments. Speaking of, we have two players that beforehand would have been kind of known to be lesser known. Sonic's coming in from Puerto Rico, and Toru on the other side playing up in losers round 1.
That's right. Sonics, who has taken the Wi-Fi scene by storm, really. This man causing fear on everybody's hearts with his Sonic, ever dreaded in bracket, but he is such a methodical and clean player. I love seeing the way that he's able to pick apart his opponents in such a precise way.
No, absolutely. And I mean, Sonic's, he is, I guess you could say, kind of taking advantage of what is Sonic's uprising in kind of the Wi-Fi tournaments, because a lot of his moves, they're very hard to, try to, they're trying to, try to evade them in a sense. So, Sonic's, he is also a very good flashy player. I'll say that much. So we might see some highlight plays throughout the game.
Yeah, whenever he's not playing the turtling game, he really goes in and he's actually a damage machine. He's a damage building machine all throughout. Toru, though, with Palutena, he's going to be playing and finding that stuff. I think this is one of the very few matchups that Sonic might actually struggle with in online just due to the sheer amount of invincible moves that Palutena has. I mean, the sheer in being too, but still, the backer is quite clean, and also that explosive flame and the auto reticle can work out wonders.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was also incorrect a little bit earlier on. I got him confused with someone else in our bracket from Puerto Rico. He's from Dominican Republic. I already knew that. All right, that's on me. That's on me. And he's representing pretty well, though. Look at this guy. 127.60 at the moment, but Toru at the moment taking such good advantage of the air.
And he was going for those reads as well. Look at that spacing backers. And even though Toru is quite a little bit of percent behind, not losing patience. And as soon as I say that, he tried to commit and going, oh, he got sniped. He got sniped with that spring. And he's not going to be able to make it back.
No, certainly not for now. And Toru now just trying to stack on a little bit of damage. Yet another explosive flame right on ledge. No jump here for Sonic, so he just has to make his way up. Oh, one of the best air dodges in the game. Sonic has it, and he's going to be able to overstretch right onto ledge. Toru now playing around. I kind of like that teleport tech. It looks pretty flashy. It is really useful if you're trying to mix up your opponents.
For sure. But the way that, he got desperate in trying to get that, and he's going to get punished for that. Sonic's, though, like, he doesn't even bother, like, trying to go in as hard as he could. And then again, commentator's curse once more, ladies and gents.
You hate to see it, Roy. It happens.
It does. It certainly does. I feel I feel bad for the players when it happens, but hey.
Hey, sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. So, hey, who knows? Maybe you're the curse, maybe I'm the blessing. So let's say it right here.
That's right.
You have yourself Toru getting a lot of really good control of stage right now, although he is down in terms of HP. Sonic's not exactly approaching, and there you go, Toru. I mentioned he'd have good control, right?
yeah, he did. You did. You definitely did. And Sonic
got it.
Yes. Once more, playing the reactionary game, as you were saying. Not only does that spin dash is invincible on startup, but also is very hard to react to some of the options that Sonic can actually do after that. And of course, he's gonna read the hard recovery and abusing Palutena off stage, and the fact that, well, her teleport recovery does go kind of far. It is also pretty vulnerable sometimes when she's trying to pop up right on stage. And
good coverage from Sonic's too off that fair, but it's not going to connect. Now Toru now has a big opportunity to make this comeback purely because it's at 120. That rage is building a little bit more, and Sonic's going for some insane options at the moment, just right on ledge. He's at 69%. That's real nice for him for now, but Toru is making his way back. So much damage being booted on by the Palutena.
And he was looking for that ledge situation. Not going to pan out. Quite a few good reads that he's got, and he's going a little ham with those up smashes, reminding me of the way Chak played this matchup. Sonic's so brave, coming on aggressively with the backer, and I feel like Sonic's has such a great way of mixing up his recovery, but he's going to actually lose that stock to explosive flame.
trying to cover her up with the spring, but it's not going to work out. Now Toru has such a great opportunity now to try to extend this lead. The spin dash does make its way in. Good stuff from Toru, covering up with this explosive flame too. But now back. No, up throw actually. It's not going to kill out. Palutena at 201%. That's insane. Surviving for so long.
This goddess was living for way too long. Oh my goodness, Sonics is even going all the way up there to finally get her, and finally gonna do that with the back air. Sonic's not too far behind.
Oh, okay, up air into, or I'm sorry, up throw into up air. Here we go again. Now Sonic can play up a little bit more space. Now here's the thing with Sonic in general. Sonic can play up a lot of space. He's essentially the character that can set up so much tempo in the game. He's the one that sets the pace, so he can take as much time as he wants. Honestly, if he's going patient, it's going to be really hard to try to approach him. That's why this game has gone on for so long. We're currently with 120 remaining here in this game. What a read! But he doesn't end up connecting with the back air. But now Sonics is starting to boot on the Jets with just about 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in this game.
And I don't know what Tori's gonna try and do to bring it back. Sonics is sharking on this guy. Look at that. Oh, the explosive flame is not even gonna come out once more. Tori trying to mix up with the explosive, with the teleport, but Sonics is, of course, gonna be waiting for that and racking up the damage. I believe that he's working Palutena to the percent where even a grab could be the difference for Sonics. And as you said, Sonic can always play very reactive and establish and control so much space. So if not by a gimp or something really tricky, I don't see this comeback happening.
Oh, but in comes Toru, trying to stretch out with the explosive flame. Oh, that fair barely not connecting. But again, Sonics can just play up so much time. He can camp at this point.
Oh, and look at the clock. Look at the clock. We're almost at the finish mark.
We're going to get our first timeout. It might just happen. Toru at 162. Oh, no. Oh, no. 3, 2, 1. He's out of here. Sonics is going to win. Game number 1. That was game 1. Oh, my. We have a lot to go through now, Will.
That's right. I'm so glad that we don't actually play overtime here on Smash. Imagine if we had to play the sudden death. Like, that would be so nerve-wracking for the players. And but perhaps it would like discourage the timeout situations. I don't know.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to consider, but imagine that just 2 guys playing at 300%. It's just insane.
No, it's a long road. It's a long road to go for both players, for both characters, to really try to consolidate what is a couple of interactions towards, just really towards neutral, because it's just Sonic. It's just Sonic that can take up so much space, but we're not really looking at a pure rushdown character. Palutena can play a lot more conservative. He could play, a lot more in terms of control. But when you're playing with a character such as Sonic, who also plays up with control, is a lot more faster than Palutena too, this matchup can get really, really convoluted, where it's actually going to be the Palutena that's going to be chasing a lot of the time and maybe just getting baited and punished.
Yeah, and it's not like Palutena is a slow character at all. Like, she's pretty fast and her frame data is quite good. The thing is, though, that once Sonic gets a lead, try and catch him. That's the name of the game then. And, well, we've seen how that went the first time out that we had in this top 8. So I do believe that we are going to have plenty of time for the rest of our losers matches to catch up. So, well, at least there's that, right?
Yeah. We're going to be here for a good time, for a good amount of time. But, of course, the rest of the bracket is currently running. Let's see. I think our other game for losers is getting set up right now. Epic Gabriel is waiting up still for another matchup in losers. Wow, we are actually waiting for a while. Wolfen actually got a big W earlier on in losers against Sharp, eliminating him only in losers round 3 of top 64, and he's currently making a big run. He's currently facing off against Zael in losers round 5, and after that, the winner of that still has to face up against Myron. So we're still waiting a pretty long time here, and I think eventually we're gonna get. I think we're going to get one side of loser semis before we're even done with losers round 1.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I'm going to give credit to Sonics then. He knows that this is going on. He perhaps loses a game on purpose, tries to take it to time, loses on purpose.
Try
so
to
that we
delay.
can troll out for, just cut into some slack to try to catch up with the bracket.
And ladies and gentlemen, of course, you guys are watching El Jugo Box, hosted by, of course, the great Melee legend Hungry Box and Team Liquid. We wanted to thank some of our sponsors for holding on this tournament. Thank you, of course, to Unidos Online. Unidos Online, that's the entire event that you guys are watching. It is a 3-day live stream event hosted by Latinx in Latinx in Games with support from the IGDA Foundation. We are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with game showcases, let's plays, and talks on topics from the Latinx culture to game development. And of course, this entire event is just highlighted the intersection between Latinx culture and all things game related. If you guys do want to, of course, donate to some of the drives that we're doing for the weekend, including Game Heads and Pantera, you guys can go over to the chat where we are sharing a Tiltify link every couple of minutes. Thank you guys so much for your support. And of course, we are moving on into Game 2 very soon between Sonics and Toru. So I wanted to hear from you, Roy. Is there any player still left in this bracket that you're really looking forward to seeing other than these two players?
Oh, I don't know. Those winners finals are looking pretty swell. Not gonna lie. the Spargo and Cola facing off. That's gonna be sick. But right now, it's all about Sonic and Palutena. Toru taking Sonics into a very much smaller stage here, and in hopes that he doesn't just have to be running behind Sonic all the time.
Right, absolutely. And not only that, but Palutena is actually a great force on triplats, period. He could try to stack you up with so many different combos. And not only that, but also teleport tech or teleport landings on platforms are going to be super important in terms of damage for Toru, or in terms of mix-ups for him. But Sonics, he's not exactly done booting on a little bit of damage in terms of combos. Great stuff a little bit earlier on, but now at this point, both are already even. Great mini comeback there from Sonics.
Yeah, it was a very good start for Toru. He got quite a few good combos. Oh, Sonics almost rolled into that explosive flame, but right now it's all the Sonics show, and he's even starting to read the options, going for the air interactions as well, and putting pressure by the corner. Oh, no way! Like, the blast zone from below is so high in comparison to other stages that he lost that stock immediately.
Yes, it's a little bit unfortunate, but Sonics still building up so much damage, trying to go for the ladder, and we still have Sonic slowly making his way over towards Ledge, and he's finally going to get there. Toru getting stacked up. My feed is a little bit late. I do apologize. I think I'm on time though. Huge back air coming in from Sonics to finish off that stock.
And, oh my goodness, is Toru gonna be able to bring it back? He's looking pretty rough. That game one wasn't looking super bad. I mean, he did take it to last stock, and in the end, Sonics forced the timeout. But this second game is looking all Sonic's way. Pressuring by the corner once more. Sonic's just not even trying to find combos anymore, just picking and choosing his spot to be able to take this. Oh, next one. Counter. Oh, God. What is Sonics doing up there?
What? Yeah, no, exactly that. Sonic's just... He's not stopping. He's not stopping by any means, and that's what's so fun, at least about Sonics. He is one of the more flashier Sonic mains. At times, there are times where, of course, with Sonic, you might as well just be better off camping, and that's really any player. But Sonics, he's very flashy, and he went up for what was multiple ladder opportunities onto Toru, but simply could not get them. Now Toru at 165, and he's finally going to go down to the Nair from Sonics. That is game 2, swiftly finished by Sonics, and you got to compare the time here. You got to compare the time, Roy. Yeah. This one finished within just under 3 minutes. The last one went all the way down to 0.
And you're almost encouraged to play as defensive as Sonic sometimes, because if you get desperate versus this character, the damage just keeps racking and racking and racking and racking up. And Sonic's is so good at finding the right combos at the right times that whenever he's gonna win neutral, you can expect conversions from like 0 to 40% or more damage if he manages to get an extension. So I don't know if Toru is bound to be more aggressive or just try to slow it down a little and try and take a game.
Yeah, of course. And I think at this point, Sonics just doesn't need to change anything about his playset. He is going pretty much a mile a minute in where he's getting to the point where he just doesn't need to stop the pressure. He has Toru exactly where he wants him in terms of just damage, in terms of ladders, in terms of just whole stage pressure, and Toru just cannot keep up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, let's see if Toru can really make some linear adjustments here to try to get in there. What is going on? Toru almost just that speed. Oh my God!
Toru, don't.
That's not
Don't
the
go to the
change,
light.
Toru. That's not the change.
That was not it. Don't go to the light. I know she's a goddess, but what? Okay, he convinced Sonic to do the same. He was like, I'm going to try an SD so that you, homie, stalk me. Like,
Beautiful. It's the mind games, Roy. It's the mind games. Oh no, Toru!
oh my
He's
God.
back. This is the weirdest game I've ever seen. Oh,
I cannot believe both of these guys almost lost their stock, but it was actually Sonic's the
already
one
lost
that did it. Yeah, like Sonic was the one that did lose it, but he brought it back right away. He was like, it doesn't matter. This is a charity event. I'm giving you a charity stock.
The charity stock. Toru. Oh no. He is back trying to get the spike onto Sonics, but it's not going to work out. So again, that was such a unfortunate SD from Sonics, but you got to think Toru gave that entire lead up. He was up an entire stock, and Sonics now at this point has kept things even, but in comes the ladder from Toru, trying to get himself yet another up air, but Sonics, he's already back to the stage, back into neutral, where he could just control all the momentum.
He was trying to use that spin dash to go. Oh, he's going for the combos. Then again, these platforms, we've seen that he makes great use of them. The way that, that's not the way that you want to land versus Sonic. Yeah.
Oh no. But in comes Toru again. Oh no, he tried. Oh no. He tried to reflect. He tried to counter, but it simply does not work out in his favor. But he's still fine though. He's still at 118. But in comes Sonics though, covering up ledge with fair. Oh, and it just barely kills. Sonics, all he needs is one more stock to make it into the next round of losers.
And he's kind of weird because sometimes you definitely don't want to be just throwing out Hail Marys versus Sonic. But it just works sometimes. I don't know how. Like, you've seen him use these counters, use the up smashes, and they are both going to work. Like I told you, it's not always that he is playing, but if he knows, like, the approach that Sonics is trying to take, then, of course, it's going to be very effective. And, okay, he's bringing it back. But Sonic's bringing the pain as well.
No, absolutely Sonics. He's gonna get back here. Oh, good grab. Again, good tech chase from Toru. Literally just stands there and goes for the back throw. Oh, gonna land into. Now Sonic's up to 69%. Now at 84. Trying to hit up with Explosive Flame. Back over towards ledge. But good answer from Sonics. Covering up ledge with a back air. Toru tries to roll in, but it just doesn't matter. Sonics, coming out of the Dominican Republic, is going to be able to move on into the next round of losers.
3-0 once more. Have we seen, like, we've definitely not seen 5 games in any set in this top 8 so far.
No, I think
And
we've only
Jugo
seen
is
3
looking
O's.
quite short. Yeah, only 3
Yeah.
O's.
Yeah, it's looking short for now, but we are still waiting for, quite a bit of time actually in the other side of losers, especially when we're talking about the matchup between Epic Gabriel and whoever actually comes out from top 8. So we actually still have no clue. I think we do have an opponent for Myron, though. Wolfen has made his way all the way into that last round of losers, making an incredible losers run. But, again, has to face up against Myron, who is currently losing to 1-0 at the moment. So we are still waiting up for that one. But I think winners well, we have two matchups essentially set. We have Spargo and Cola waiting up in winners finals to try to see who makes it into grand finals, and down in losers, Sonics versus Kabi also waiting up for losers quarters.
Oh, Kabi, we did see him go Mario versus Cola after the hero wasn't working out so well as he expected. But I don't know. That has been historically a very bad matchup for Mario. So perhaps the hero might be the move here. I definitely don't see Sonic's going anything but his tried and true main. So I'm here expecting to see what is going on with that in the losers quarters.
Right, and well, I think the only thing that we can do at this point is wait for what would be word on our next matchup or whoever we're actually going to see on stream. But I'm definitely looking forward for winners finals. That is going to be an absolutely incredible matchup between two players that it's almost been like a dream match for us to watch, right? Like it's if Cola does end up using out Cloud, it will just be an insane Cloud v Cloud matchup. You have one Cloud player in Cola that has a lot of achievements in the physical realm, and then Spargo coming in, who also has his own achievements, but he hasn't been able to travel out all too much. But he has still left his mark as being one of the most aggressive players in this bracket thus far. And, I mean, that should certainly have a lot of fireworks. But, of course, we are still waiting up for what would be our next game in losers, maybe. Kabi and Sonics waiting up. Oh, okay.
That's right. We're...
Okay.
Well, we are...
Yeah, I think we got word from our producer because again we are waiting for that matchup between Myron and Wolfen to actually finish up. So I don't know if we're actually allowed to go into a quick break, but I think we could start shouting out our sponsors once again because we can just talk a little bit more on what our drives are all about. So if you guys do end up donating this weekend through the Tiltify link, you guys will be supporting both Gameheads and Pantera. Pantera is the only organization in the world that is devoted exclusively to the conservation of the world's 40 wild cat species and their 40 ecosystems. Utilizing the expertise of the world's premier cat biologists, Pantera it develops and implements global strategies for the most imperiled large cats: tigers, lions, jaguars, snow leopards, cheetahs, pumas, and leopards. And of course, Latinx in gaming. All weekend is going to be raising money for Pantera and also Gameheads. Gameheads is based out of Oakland, California. They use video game design, development, and DevOps to engage, prepare, and train low-income youth and youth of color ages 15 to 24 in the Bay Area for careers in tech and video game industries. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys do want to kind of contribute to that development out of California, you guys can of course donate in the Tiltify link, and you guys will be helping both Pantera and Gameheads. We wanted to thank you guys very much for watching here on the Latinx in Games Twitch channel. Roy, I think we do have word on what our next game will be.
Oh, that's Kabi right there on the battle arena. And
yes,
he
sir.
is gonna be hopping up against Sonics, I do believe. It's the hero or the Mario. I don't know if he has any other characters as well, like I was saying earlier, but we can expect to see a lot of spectacle because hero, every time I see a hero, I don't know what I'm gonna get. Like you might get some crits, you might get some hocus pocus, or like he might turn tiny for all I know. Like you never know. You never know where you're gonna get with the hero.
And here's the thing. So Kabi, yes, his main is hero, but he also has a secondary Pokemon trainer. But this is the very interesting thing about Kabi. He's played practically everyone in bracket at some point. We're talking about I think Cloud, Rosalina, Greninja, Wolf, Roy, Robin, King Dedede, Bowser, Incineroar, Falco. Like it's so many random characters that this guy has played. And again, I could keep going on because there's a lot more in that list. And he also sometimes literally just presses the random button. It happens. So he also has a Kirby. I think his one of the top 5 most played characters that this guy plays is a Kirby. So we
God
could
damn.
see a Kirby in this matchup. So that'll be interesting.
So if you guys are Kirby fans in the chat, then be sure to message him. Just nag him until he gives up and he goes Kirby on bracket. And I don't know what it is with like the southeast of the United States, but everyone seems to play pretty much every single character in the roster. I don't know what's going on there. Like, is there something in the water? Just tell me what's going on.
I don't know. I think it's more adaptability. Once one person starts playing multiple characters, you just kind of have to catch up.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
It's a weird time. But of course, like I mentioned, we are heading into the matchup between Kabi and Sonics. Now, I don't really know if really any of the strong characters that Kabi plays are going to be necessarily, good in this matchup against Sonic, because of course Sonic can be kind of I guess lapsed out by a character with projectiles, but Hero does have that, but it's very RNG based and you can't exactly rely on them on super quick scenarios like that. Mario might be the better option for him, but also it's a little bit more, less damagey. You're trying to get a lot more combo, and Mario doesn't exactly have too many options that are super low frame that Sonic can't exactly just escape out of really quick. So what I am expecting to see is actually the Pokemon trainer out of this to try to get some pure damage and really just try to be as evasive as possible and as combo heavy as possible.
For sure. Like, you have Squirtle, you have the Ivysaur and the Charizard. And while I don't think that Charizard might be the to-go choice in here,
no,
I mean, he does have nice out of shield options, but as far as combo game goes, definitely he's going to be outshined by both Squirtle and Ivysaur. So if anything, I do expect to see the little Pokemon turtle come into play if he does decide to go into the Pokemon trainer. Just for combo potential, I think he's the one that does the best versus the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting. That'll be really fun. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, you guys are watching the Unidos Online event. Of course, right now, you guys are watching El Jugo Box, hosted up by Team Liquid and Hungry Box. Right after this, actually, we're getting a showcase in Mexican speedrunner, so that should be really fun to watch up. I know, it's so fun. And of course, the first game is going to be Blasphemous, and then Oniken, actually a representative from Brazil. Fun. Ooh. And after that, we're going to get a speed run of Maldita Castilla. So lots of variety tonight.
Let's go. I love to see, like, all throughout the weekend, there's been a ton of people just showcasing their talent and the efforts that everybody has come to really show how well developed the scene in gaming is. Right. For the Latino side. It's amazing. All Latinos and Latinas out there, you should be proud. And gaming is just one more thing that unites us, like that's to me, that's the takeaway. And of course, racing for charity, that's always great. We try to make a difference here.
Right, absolutely. And of course, coming up on Sunday, there's so much fun stuff to go around. You have what is a lot of talks. You even have a presentation from Epic Games tomorrow, which that'll be really, really fun. And also a presentation from EA tomorrow coming in for Sims 4. So there's a lot of variety here during the weekend, and we appreciate you guys very much for supporting the Latinx in Games Twitch channel and the Unidos Online event in general. But now, of course, just to update you guys on our bracket, we are looking out towards losers quarterfinals, which at the moment we are waiting up on the game between Kabi and Sonics. And I heard any update?
Yeah. We have Myron versus Gabe, right? And the winner of that is going to be facing up against we have JP, whom we've seen on the other side earlier on this top 8 on winner semis, falling unfortunately to Spargo. But he does have a potential opponent now, either Myron or Epic Gabe.
Yeah, so I mean, I can explain this matchup a lot, actually, because these two are from my region. These two are from Florida. And although Myron is from Southwest Florida, so it's a little bit, it's actually a pretty good distance from Central Florida, from Orlando, where Epic Gabriel usually plays from. It's a really weird matchup. Olimar versus Rob, right? But this matchup is actually pretty good for Olimar. Yes, he's going to be dying early, but also Olimar has so many options just to try to space out Rob. And Rob is a big boy. Rob is a big boy. So he can essentially just get spaced out most of the time. And I'm really intrigued to see how this matchup comes out online.
Online, I don't know. Both of these characters are beasts online, and I do believe we've seen Epic Gabe shine all throughout this Wi-Fi era as well. And he's been getting better and better. Yeah, his hiccups here and there, but like it's undeniable that he's become one of the best Rob players in the world at this point. Not just in his state, not just in the United States. So like I would say that worldwide he is making a case for it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, I definitely think Epic Gabriel is starting to rise in terms of prominence as being a solidified top 2, top 3 Rob in the world. But of course, you have to watch out for good old Zachary.
Yes,
Zachary. Although Rob is his secondary technically, or one of his characters that he picks and chooses from.
One of his
guy,
mains.
Honestly, it's the same thing as him like closing his eyes and just kind of picking out of a bag. It's like the same thing with that guy. But in terms of pure Rob play, Epic Gabriel has been pretty much just taking full advantage of what is this entire online era and actually having some great, amazing results.
Absolutely. And as you say, even if offline, like it could go in Olimar's way, like I don't know, online could be a completely different story. It's all going to come down to, well, of course, these two guys already know each other and have played multiple times, so that is not going to come down. I would say more so on like the, I hate to say it in this way, but like in the internet side, on the Wi-Fi side, on the connection side, perhaps, because of course it's not the same that playing offline. But but still, I would say it could be, or it has the potential to be a good spectacle, regardless of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it still is very much the showcase between these two to really show who is really going to be Florida's representative for the rest of the tournament, purely because these are the last two remaining from that state. So, and they're both in losers. So winner stays, loser stays home.
I guess we have to say it that way. I guess
it's a little bit weird
to say it in that way, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're finally getting into game one between Epic Gabriel and Myron. I think the game between Gabi and Sonics is going on off stream, so we'll let you guys know with updates on that. But yes, we're heading right into game one between Epic Gabriel and Myron.
And this is going to be Final Destination, exactly what you'd expect from characters that benefit from projectile game. And as soon as he has an opportunity, Myron is starting to use the purple Pikmin, which can go on as a projectile that actually damages, not only latches on.
No, absolutely. So I think every Pikmin has its different property. Some doing chip damage, some doing extra damage. It's just, it's a weird moveset to try to organize if you're Myron. It can honestly get really confusing sometimes, but if you could just continuously throw them out, it can be a really good time. But Epic Gabriel, I love that play from him. Gyro, and he was already ready for the up smash, and now Myron stuck up against the rope at 125.
It was looking pretty rough for him for a second, and right there, the rudder arm is going to cause an interesting interaction there. And the way that Gabriel is getting rid of this Pikmin, of course that you can do that, and he's going to get rid of the entire Captain Olimar thing. Well, this is Alf, actually, but he's going to get rid of that stuff regardless.
Right, absolutely. But even then, Gabriel, I mean, I like that idea with rotor arm because even if, you just straight up catch your opponent with that rotor arm, you're still getting a lot of damage. But also it acts as a reflector too. So if he throws out an Olimar, or I'm sorry, he throws out a Pikmin, that is going right back at Olimar. So Epic Gabriel has so many tools at this point, but he just needs to stop getting hit by these Pikmin because they're doing so much damage now, Roy.
Oh, and that gyro was charged enough that he got hit even after trying to bat it away. Myron has been stuck at this ledge for quite a while. Gabe has one Pikmin latched onto him, and Myron has the ever dreaded 2 purple Pikmins to complement that. And he has this sword aerials as well to go for as much damage as he can muster. Oh, he was trying for the read. He was trying for the jump reads.
That gyro placement was actually so good. He actually took away the purple Pikmin with that gyro snipe, and just like that, a stage spike for Epic Gabriel, taking away Myron. And now Gabriel at 146, practically at full rage, looking to extend this lead onto Myron.
And Myron could definitely gonna go for the grab, and that's gonna take the stock. Of course, the blue Pikmin, if you didn't know, guys, in the stream, is the one that is most effective at the time when you have to get kills with the grabs in this for the lineup here for Alf. So once more, I'm kind of surprised to not see the Pikmin like try and take the gyro, because that's a thing that happens. Oh, Gabe was looking for the sauce right there.
Right, no, it can be, at least for a lot of Olimars, they like playing up with gyro just a little bit, but it can also be very annoying, at least for different Pikmin that try to go around. But look at Gabriel right now, floating around ledge, just trying to find Myron at this point, but he just can't find it. Now the purple Pikmin just getting thrown out, not exactly getting hit just yet. Epic Gabriel landing on him with Nair, covering up with a laser, but he's not going to be able to connect with the rotor arm. Still lands on back with the up air. Myron is not dead here, Roy. This is so close.
I cannot believe, is he gonna close it out? He was looking for that, but the grab should be enough. Yes, of course. Alf, not really the heaviest character in the game, unlike Rob himself, who could have perhaps lived that due to his weight. It's not gonna work. Not even the eye is gonna work there for Mr. Alf. And Epic Gabriel is gonna put himself one up.
Yeah, no. So I'm very excited to see kind of what is going to be the dynamic between these two players going forward, because that was so close. That was so close.
It was super, super close. Like, even if Gabe took the stock first, he was always at like 150 before like taking Myron's stock. So it could have gone either way if Myron had taken a few different decisions, perhaps recovered better, perhaps taking control of the gyro like he's doing right now, and of course pressuring more with the right Pikmin at the right time.
And now he's already taken on so much damage. And now here comes Gabe. He can pretty much do the exact same thing within just a couple of seconds. It's like these two characters have like the same dynamic. Damage can just be taken like 40-50% just off of a singular move. So if you get hit once, you can essentially just get kind of comboed out. And Gabe, this might be it. Oh, Gabriel takes 50% off the bat, but Myron gets dragged all the way from 0 to death as Epic Gabriel still holds on to his first stock, and now he's comboing up with the gyro, trying to go for the nair, but that doesn't work out. In comes the laser, back, tries to go for, if I'm not mistaken, that was rotor arm too. Epic Gabriel popping off in terms of damage. Myron has gone down to 70 in a flash.
And he is gonna try and look for the up smash, and finally gonna get it, getting a little better lineup right there in the downtime that he had. But of course, Epic Gabriel is still pressuring, using the down tilt, such a great tool in the ground, and finding that up air who's gonna close out that stock.
And rightfully so. Here we go again. Gabriel spacing out Nair. Myron still assaulting here, Roy. This might start to get a little bit rough for Gabe. Myron's starting to build up a little bit more Pikmin pressure, but never mind. I need to bite my tongue. That just doesn't work out against Epic Gabriel. He knocks you up once, and he's going to take you to the ledge. What a game from Gabe. And now he's going to extend his lead all the way up to a 2-0 here in losers.
a rotor arm and a prayer is all Gabriel needed.
Yeah.
And he got it. Like, that jump read was astounding. He knew that Myron wasn't trying to recover low because, of course, the rotor arm is still a threat if you are trying to go low, just because Gabe's character, Rob, has such a great recovery. And yeah, Olimar can go pretty far, but I would definitely say that Rob's recovery is superior because you can do so much more. So instead of forcing that, he just goes for the read and takes that stock all the way into the bank. And well, now up 2-0 is Gabe.
2-0 going towards Epic Gabriel, and he's winning this battle of the Floridians for now, but we do have a little bit of a stage change. We're going to Battlefield now, Roy.
Finally, we have platforms here on the stage. Oh, a strong start for Epic Gabriel, going for El Futuro, as they call it in Mexico. Because it's the future. It's a combo that takes you to the future.
Yeah,
like
I know. It takes you so far that you're literally in another place in time. Like,
Yes.
so weird. But oh no, Gabe had an opportunity to try to take out Myron there, but now in we go once again. A little bit of a back air, and finally going to catch him up with a rotor arm. We do apologize for the technical difficulties, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally back into our game. You guys caught the very end of Gabe's kill there for stock number 1.
Yeah, we've seen quite an eventful set. Even if Myron hasn't taken a game quite so far, we've seen Epic Gabriel have the most amazing reads against like the way that Myron's trying to recover. Oh, the parry, he needed that, but he isn't able to punish. I'm quite surprised in the way that Gabe is willing to play both. It's almost like the perfect combination of aggressiveness and defense.
Right, no, it's a beautiful combo, and I think at this point, Myron, he doesn't exactly have the best of time against Gabriel. I think the set count between these two players is 5-1 at this point, and Gabriel, he's always had a really good time against Myron, and at this point, even if we're online, I don't see that stopping by any means here, Roy.
Oh, it's looking pretty rough. Just looking at the set count and the stock count here. Oh, Gabriel is going in without fear. He's trying to get the same read that he was fighting for in that last game. Myron still has a fighting chance, but is looking like a very slim one.
Very, very slim, but in we go again. The up smash from Gabriel. Back with the laser. Myron cannot breathe. Yet another up air. Myron still not dead. Gonna be landing down, but it doesn't matter. The rotor arm is gonna catch him. And Epic Gabriel with a swift 3-0, making it right into losers quarterfinals over Myron.
And the recognition from Epic Gabriel to know that Myron was trying to use the Pikmin as projectiles, and he goes like, no, rotor arm. This thing has a reflector, and I'm going to plow through everything that you throw at me. Just spin to win.
Spin to win. Spin to win. That's the only way that you can go, baby. It just works. And, well, Epic Gabriel, you have caught up us with our bracket. Finally. And
finally.
And I'm very happy to say that we will finally be moving on with our sets. I think Kabi and Sonics are playing right now in losers quarterfinals. And over in winners, we have Spargo and Cola waiting up for us. They've been waiting for quite a while, so I think we might catch them up in just a little bit and allow Epic Gabriel and WebJP to play off stream. And same thing with Kabi and Sonics. That set is currently 1-1 right now.
1-1. I did not see Sonics losing even a game just the way that he was playing earlier versus Toru, but it seems that the story wasn't going as I imagined it. Look at that, 1-1. Though Sonics does tend to struggle sometimes versus characters that he's not used to. I don't know why. Like, he is lost to like Sharp, for example, using Sheik, which I don't imagine is a very good matchup for Sheik, or him using Corin. Yeah, or what else have we seen? Kirby Kid, we've seen him beat Sonics in a pretty convincing fashion as well. So he does tend to struggle when he doesn't know, when you like when he doesn't know what's coming. But not to take any credit away from Cavi, of course. Like he's still like making it to a top 8 of a tournament as stacked as this. It's no easy feat. El Jugo Box, a pretty stacked tournament.
No, it's been pretty stacked. Whether we're talking about just pure onliners, or we just have players coming up from the Latin American region that honestly don't get too many opportunities to really play up in online tournaments. Ladies and gentlemen, there are tournaments nowadays that are being region locked up for what would be the upper North American side, whether we're talking about Canada and the US. And nowadays, we are starting to get a little bit more of a movement for players in Mexico, players in Puerto Rico, players in the Dominican Republic, Belize, Guatemala, whatnot, to actually get themselves included into these major tournaments, because there is a very thick talent pool from these regions, and we simply just do not see them sometimes. So I wanted to thank again El Jugo Box and all the TOs behind it, whether we're talking about Last or the overall companies or the overall individuals behind them, including Hungry Box and Team Liquid, for actually holding on this event. Appreciate them very much, not only for that, but for having us on, right, Roy?
That's right. That's right. Thank you so much to everybody. Again, that makes this possible. And of course, mainly because we're able to show how much talent Latin America has in general. Like, I would love to see perhaps in the future a tournament featuring like Chilean players, because those guys are crazy. They are insanely good. And there's so much talent from like south of the border, not only in Mexico. Like, people might sometimes like discard all the other regions and only count Latin America, and they think Mexico immediately, but that's not it. I'm Mexican, and I know that that's not the case. Like, you have such a deep pool of talent all over the place, and I would love to see those guys get some shine.
Absolutely. And it's going to be events like these. It's going to be overall celebrations like these that is going to allow for more tournaments like this to happen in the future. So thank you guys very much for sharing your support and really coming out to watch this great tournament thus far. We are waiting up for what would be our matchup coming up in just a little bit. And as I promised, Winners Finals is coming up next here, Roy.
Oh my goodness. Please, Claudito. Please, Claudito. Please. Please.
please. It will make me so happy. I'm a Cloud main, so please.
Yeah.
Please, for me, at least.
Either way. At least. Yeah, do it. Do it for all mine, please. Do it.
Just for me,
But
at least.
Regardless.
If not for you guys, but for me.
No, but regardless of the matchup that we get, we know that this is going to be one show for the ages. Every time these guys play, it's a show. It's insane. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know. I do not know enough words in English to try and describe what goes on between Cola and Spargo. But even so, this is like, I know I'm hyping this up, but I really don't expect less from both of these guys. Like, they are absolutely amazing. And just the fact that they play similar characters in sorties, and of course, both of them playing Cloud, can make it pretty exciting to spectate. So, if you can as well, it's not all about the match going on. Remember that we do have donations still open for the charities that we have featured here, which are Gameheads and Pantera. And of course, a huge thanks to all of our sponsors that are making this happen here. Unidos Online, somos todos nosotros. Así que muchas gracias por eso. And then I do hope that you help us share the stream as well, because this just shows that the Latinx community all over, all my Latinos and Latinas all over the place. Well, you guys, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I don't want to get emotional on the stream. So yeah, I'll leave it there.
Can you hear me?
So it seems Spargo has finally hopped into the call.
I think I'm good now.
Into the arena here.
Right? Am I good? Can you hear me? Check 1, 2.
Yeah. Let's go, guys. You're back.
We're back. We're back. And I think my camera is way better now. You can see all the fluid movements, my hair in a little bit more high definition, right? So it's all good. Yes, no, so absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for supporting this entire event. It's been amazing thus far, but we have so much more Super Smash Brothers to go on because that is the whole point. For those coming in and, you know, just watching this entire event and just be like, what is this game? You guys are watching Super Smash Brothers Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, and this is a tournament hosted up by Team Liquid and Hungrybox known as El Jugo Box. And coming up, we have two characters coming in from two different games, Final Fantasy VII and Fire Emblem. One is Roy and Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. It'll be a very fun time here in Pokemon Stadium 2, and that's kind of the fun of Smash 2. This is probably the weirdest thing that you could possibly think of. You know, you have a Pokemon Stadium, and you have a character from Final Fantasy and Fire Emblem facing off against one another. So good.
Yeah, it's such a bizarre thing to grasp sometimes, but the fact that the dev team made it happen and even keeps working on that, it just gives me great hope for the future. And we are actually about to have a new character. I do believe it should be today. I don't know at what time. Just to remind you guys.
Oh, no. Spargo, by the way, out of here. Good coverage from Cola. Yeah, we have Steve from Minecraft.
I never in a million years saw that coming. I am going to be completely honest. But I'm going to
be completely honest with you. I never thought Cloud could make it into this game, but then that happened a couple of years ago, and hey, my heart grew a little bit because I'm just like, wow, I love Cloud. And they actually put him in the game, and I'm like, okay, this is a sick character. And, well, not only just the character, but, you know, he was actually really good in game, like one of the best in Smash 4.
Yeah, definitely. And Spargo has been playing him ever since the Smash 4. Oh, barely missing that limit, but gonna find it with the up smash. Spargo finally cleaning up that one and trying to use the specials. Of course, the transition from Smash 4 into Ultimate made Cloud more of a special move character rather than normals, because before he used to spam up air and nair, and he was a distance demon, and of course he still has great range, but I feel like he has so much more potential in his special moves that it's like they ignite almost at some points.
Yeah, much better now. So, I mean, in we go again. Roy. Roy commentating Roy. Isn't that a little bit weird?
It definitely gets a little trippy. Like, everybody always asks me, don't you mean Roy? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but no. But you know who mains Roy and is amazing with it? Cola here. And he's gonna almost close it out with back here.
Well, you gotta think here, what has been this comeback for Spargo? He was down an entire stock up of a great start from Cola, and now he has a big opportunity at this major comeback. In comes Spargo, trying to cover a ledge, and that he is dead! What a play! What a play from Spargo!
He's going nuts! He's going absolutely insane. Once this kid catches momentum, I told you earlier, it seems like the train doesn't seem to stop anymore.
Oh, why did no way! Oh, that was so close!
That was definitely, but finally the answer. Cola still has a fighting chance, and the percent does not tell the whole story because we already know just how explosive Cola can play, but so does Spargo.
Uh-oh, here we go again. Spargo holding up on shield. Cola playing around on space. Again, we haven't had the Cloud Ditto yet. Maybe this changes your mind, Cola. Spargo still waiting up a little bit. Gonna be able to get the grab. Good stuff. Spargo still trying to wait up on limit, but I don't think he needs it. Still has a big opportunity to try to take him away, trying to cover up ledge with down air, but it's still going to be the backer to clear things up for Spargo. That's game one.
Spargo. Not working wonders for him, and he was down. Let me remind everyone that this man was down. This youngin was quite down during the first part of the game, and then just I don't know what clicked in his head, and it seems that it happens to him quite often. Like even in his set earlier versus Best Ness, like he won the first game convincingly. The second game he got bopped. And the third game was like a demon awoke or something. Like there was a different aura about him, and he just slapped that Ness. But now he is on winners finals and one game up.
Well, you gotta think a little bit. What was Cloud at the very beginning of this game? You know, his nair was a lot smaller. His, his down B didn't exactly, or his down B with limit wasn't exactly all too great. You had to really connect. And not only that, but just combo play with Cloud was just pretty much changed up entirely from Smash 4 into Ultimate. And, well, Spargo, he needed that time to really, really adjust into things. And again, he has been an incredible, incredible asset to the entire Smash community. But speaking of great players, Cola himself has been amazing thus far in Ultimate. And, well, he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon. These guys are both already confirmed to be on top 3. And now look at this. You have Spargo going for the hard read F smash, trying to go for what would be a tech chase towards neutral. I don't think if that was really his option. Might have been a little bit of a misinput. But now Spargo trying to make a little bit of a comeback to try to keep up with the two stocks.
Oh, and the combos from Cola keep flowing like water. Ironically enough, for a character that has fire on his sword, but he does make it happen quite effectively so. And even while at the corner, still fighting for his life, is Spargo. What's the option here? The down smash is gonna close it out.
Great stuff. Now Spargo has a big opportunity to try to go for the fair. He actually had a couple of options there. If he didn't have limit, he would have gone for what would be just non-limit side B for cross slash. But well, at this point, he still does have a lot more space now to actually work with, just to try to grind out damage. But now in comes Cola, covering up ledge with the back airs. Spargo again. He's just spamming up Bs just so he could try to mix up his opponent off on ledge 2. And that was also technically a regrab, so Cola could have caught him off there if he had really, really wanted to. But now Spargo, he's down a little bit now, Roy.
Yeah, you can really punish that if you are in the right position. Oh, Spargo, is he going to steal it from him? Oh, nice recovery from Cola, recognizing that he had to go straight on stage, and the trade is going to benefit him greatly. But I think he's going to lose the stock first, because Spargo is going to place the cross slash just right where he needs it. We saw it coming a mile away, and this is still impressive, regardless of Spargo also using that up B out of shield, but sparingly so, because we know that Cola is always ready to punish.
Right, absolutely. And I mean, I have a very fun fact for you, actually. You have what is Cola and Spargo, this matchup between these two players. Literally the last Wi-Fi tournament that these two played, literally 2 days ago, they faced off in grand finals. And these two went all the way down to a game 5, with Cola ending up winning that one out.
Yeah, I remember I saw the tweet from Spargo, like, I don't have anything bad to say. Like, I played my heart out, and I still lost. And I know that he respects Cola a great deal, so it's always a treat seeing these guys, not only for the sheer ability that they have on the sticks, but also because they both greatly respect each other. And Spargo?
Disrespect. See, here's the thing. They respect each other in terms of, actually emotionally.
IRL respect.
IRL, they have the respect, but in-game, zero respeto, mi amigo. What is it? Meu amigo.
Nada.
There you go. I was trying to say it in Portuguese, but it is what it is. But
I can tell you all that I know in Portuguese. I can tell you all the Portuguese I know.
Because I don't know too much Spanish. I know a Go for it.
Yo no falo portugués. That's all Portuguese I know. I literally only know how to say
I love that. I love that. The one
in
sentence
Portuguese
that you know
Yes.
is saying that you don't know Portuguese. That is wonderful.
Yes.
Eu não sei como falar português. Love it.
Eu não sei como se fala português. That's right. That's the only thing I know how to say.
Hey, that's the only thing that you do need to know to say.
Perhaps I do. Perhaps that's it. But what I do need to know is if Spargo is gonna close it out here up 2-0 versus Cola. Even after, like, every time I feel like Cola starts amazingly and just Spargo finds it within himself to bring it back. Is there something in Tijuana's water as well? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Is there something in Mexico's water, period? Because you guys have actually been getting a lot of, brand new talent just kind of rising up the ranks. Yes, Meister was in Smash 4, still making some great moves. But coming into Ultimate, both Spargo and Meister, they've made some incredible moves in the international stage. But, well, Spargo, this is just one of the many tasks for him. This is a 500-man online tournament where, again, Spargo has once again made top 3.
And talking about people that got their shine or their start of their notoriety in Smash 4, but actually have made a great path for themselves here in Ultimate, is Cola as well, going before by Salt One, and widely recognized as one of the best Roys during the Smash 4 era. Now, I think definitely the best Roy main here in Ultimate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hey. First of all, Spargo, you're sick. Second of all, Goblin, man. Goblin!
Oh, I'm willing to discuss that. Well, in IRL tournaments, Goblin does have the better results. I will not deny that. But
yes.
As far as we've seen during the Wi-Fi era, I do think
go close.
that Cola has been dominant. Yeah.
They go close. So it's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting back into it. It's currently Spargo down 53%. He ended up getting gimped into the last stock, and he tries to roll away. But beautiful tech chase from Cola. And Spargo now just trying to recover on away. He does have limit. He's trying to conserve it. He needs to use up that limit just to try to keep up in terms of percent. He tries to go in for the back air, but it's not going to work out. Beautiful game played up by Cola. That's going to take this all the way, I think, back to a 2-1.
2-1, that's how the fighting starts, and this is exactly what we were hoping for. At this point, I'm starting to believe that this could be a repeat of that tournament that you said earlier. It might be a Game 5 here in the winners finals of El Jugo Box. And, well, Cola finally waking up. Finally, and in spite all of that, like, the way that he was already trying to make it happen in the earlier games, but just got outsped by Spargo every single time, and every single time he brought it back. But now Cola was like, no, I'm going to start fine, and I'm just going to close it out, not going to play with my food or anything like that. And back on Pokemon Stadium, dude, these guys love this stage, don't they?
Oh yeah, no, this is a great stage for both of these characters anyways. So I mean, they're just gonna have a fun time here. It's the gentleman's pick, and honestly, you can have some amazing tournament defining games just on this stage alone. So I you have to respect it.
Oh, with Spargo showing off that dash dance that you can do so effectively with Cloud. But look at that, the damage coming in from the sword, even if the sweet spot of Roy's sword is at the very base. Cola making it seem almost easy the way that he spaces out.
Oh, Spargo. He does have a jump, but he's going to be able to make his way back using the air dodge. Oh, he just runs up and grabs him, and in goes Spargo. Wow! What a chase using up that side B, too. I didn't even think about that option. And he just went up and goes for it. But somehow Cola's still alive. He's going to be at around 155 at the end of this. 156! What the fool? Spargo, you're so nuts!
Spargo how does he pick these options, dude? How does he actually think of this? Is that just Ultra Instinct or some stuff? Like, I don't know what he's on.
Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, I don't know. He just, like, Cola even on the recovery as well, but Spargo is the one that's been closing out the stocks first, so that's why I'm mentioning that.
Oh, Spargo barely gonna be able to survive this, has to delay, finally gets his way back. Oh, this is so tough. Cola is just literally not letting him breathe off stage, and that up smash will not do it, as Spargo will be able to make his way back. Now in goes the up B, one of the best options really in this game out of shield, if I'm being completely honest. And, well, Spargo trying to land in, trying to pressure up that shield, and he goes again with a forward throw, actually trying to read out the tech. Or, I'm sorry, just going for the tech chase, period. That up B, the second hit, not going to connect. Good DI coming in from Cola once again, and this is starting to get intense now, Roy.
Spargo got schmixed out of his mind for like a minute straight, and then he's trying to make it back, and the Nair, finally, let's go for a Cola. That Nair working wonders. Usually a combo tool, not really that, not something that you really see often used for that. Like, I'm losing my mind, dude. I cannot speak.
It's crazy.
I'm forgetting how to speak in English. I'm literally forgetting how to speak in English because these guys are putting on such a show.
This is amazing. This is everything that I ever wanted out of this matchup. And these guys have only played twice before, and they've both been online. They played once just this past week and one very, very early on in this year. So these two playing together, it is rare, and it is an absolute treat that we get to see it right now. But in we go once again. It's going to be the grab from Spargo. He's trying to end it right here, right now. Oh, he's not dead, but he still has to stretch all the way out to ledge. Cola, good stuff. In comes a couple of nairs, even a little bit of a side B. Spargo!
No way!
The SD!
He tried to go to ham there off stage. Like, of course he had to make it happen because he was getting edge guarded constantly. But it was not like that. You never like seeing that happen. I know commentators, we say it all the time, but it's true. It's true. Do you really want to see them just fall into their doom without putting up a fight? God damn. Like, oh, like props to Spargo, of course, taking this set. But like still, even if a little anticlimactic, I still have hope for Cola here in losers. Still alive in the tournament. Let's not forget this is double elimination bracket.
Of course. Also, I might not be on camera, but I'm still here. I'm here with you. It's okay. It's okay. But yes, absolutely. It is double elimination. And, well, Cola, has been one to make some sick losers run in the past.
Definitely so. And he has quite a record, I believe, versus Sonics. I think that he's one of the players that is able to pose a threat to the one and only Sonic main. Mm-hmm. So if that does happen in losers bracket at some point, because of course Cola is gonna be waiting in losers finals, just a step away from making it back to grands, where Spargo is gonna be waiting now, nice, dandy, and comfy in his seat over there. Like it's earlier also in Tijuana, so like he could maybe go chill for a little while. So I do hope that we get to see an amazing match in whomever gets to go versus him on grand finals. But way before that, we are going to have Sonics, who already moved on in his match versus Kabi. He won 3-1. And we are, I believe, waiting on the winner of Web JP and Epic Gabriel, who are currently 2-1 in the favor of Gabe.
Yeah, no, that one's a very interesting matchup because that one has actually been going on for a long time. I think 20 minutes now. Wow. Okay, so we have to wait out for that matchup. So they're going at it, to say the least. But looking towards what is, I mean, you mentioned the Sonics and Cola matchup, and I can kind of give you a little bit of a set count for it. Believe it or not, these two are even. 8-8. These guys have played so much in the past, but even then, these two are 8-8 in terms of set count.
8-8.
That's insane.
Oh, so Gabe did win. We are getting confirmation here from production that Epic Gabriel won, and we are gonna see him face against Sonics. Oh man. Storied matchups and more storied matchups that we're going to be seeing here.
That's another one that I have to do a little bit more research on because these guys have played so much online. Let's see. I think I could give you an exact number on what their set count is. Give me a second here. Sonics.
I do want to hear all about it.
Yeah,
Sonics
no, absolutely. Wow. Okay, so Sonics is actually up on Epic Gabriel.
All right.
He's up on him. And listen how many games they've played. They've played 25 sets against each other. These
25.
two aren't even...
What?
25 sets against each other. And these guys aren't even close to being together in terms of, actual region. So let's see. No, they have never played at a physical tournament. It's all been online, dating all the way back to, let's see here, dating back to, I think, June at this point. So it's been this has just been 2020 for these guys. So the score count is actually up for Sonics. Sonics has won 14 times. Gabriel has won 11 times. So pretty pretty. I'm not gonna say exactly even,
Close-ish.
but
Yeah.
close-ish to even.
Yeah, I can see it going either way. And well, 25 sets, goddamn. I
That's a
imagine
lot.
that should be like a bunch of at least winners finals and grand finals in a bunch of tournaments
Oh, absolutely.
because these guys are incredible players. So I wouldn't expect them to be facing like outside of top 8. And we are seeing it here in top 8, but I don't expect them to have ever faced before that stage. Like
Right, like way beforehand. I think the earliest that they've ever played was really early into online. It was actually their first ever time. They faced up in top 64 once, but that was early, right? So Sonics, he wasn't all that
Early
well
on.
known, and he wasn't all that highly seeded. But then you go forward, and then you get winners finals, losers semis at best, or at worst.
our worst,
And then
yeah.
Going forward, it's all just been winners semis, losers finals, losers quarters for one of them. That was a little bit rare, even a losers round 1. But this is rarities. This right here, these two are fighting simply for a spot into losers finals. This is going to be absolutely huge in terms of a top 4, because look at this. We have 2 representatives from Latin America in this Latin America based tournament. You gotta love it.
You really, really do gotta love it. And Spargo, who already is on grand finals and here now from República Dominicana, the one and only Sonics is going to be facing up versus Epic Gabriel. Well, and then after that, like, I don't know who Cola has a better matchup against in between these two guys. But regardless, like, this is, all of you guys there in chat are going to get to see amazing matches. Even
Right.
if you don't like seeing projectiles, Gabriel has a lot more stuff than it's not that. If you don't like seeing Sonics, don't worry. Sonics has an amazing combo game that you are for sure going to be seeing some of in here at El Jugo Box. La caja de jugo. For all of those.
For those that want to say grammatically correct.
Yeah, like I actually got to commentate with Hungrybox.
Nice.
I believe it was a Leo tournament, and we were talking about that, and I remember people referring to him as Caja Hambre, and I was like, wait, is that how it's pronounced? And I was like, well, I don't really care. I'm not that nitpicky about it, but I was like, La Caja Hambrienta, and I really like how it sounds. Like in Spanish, it has a nice ring to it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but Hungrybox is still a sick name tag. Like I love that guy's name tag. Now, of course, shout outs to him for letting us host as well to Team Liquid and all of our sponsors that make this possible, so that we can bring you not only great Smash but a lot of pride for the Latinos and Latinas out there.
Of course. Hungrybox being from my region too, he has been a great community leader, and I got to thank him for really creating a big series of events for the online scene, because he had actually, before, if you remember, he had invested into a new tournament series called Overlords of Orlando, where he would invite a lot of PGR players. He would get a lot of people to the Orlando area for something other than CEO, which is a little bit rare. And, it's always been a great time, because literally that event is hosted at my school. You know how crazy that is? I get to go to my school.
Insane.
And I get to commentate PGR players. Literally, I think it was my second week of school. And I ended up going to, I think it was October Lords last year. And I got to tell you, after that, people were just like, who is that guy? I've never seen him as a student. But now it's a whole different story, especially after that event. But
now everybody knows.
Now everybody knows. They see the hair. That's mainly that. They don't see everything else. They see the hair and they're like, oh, it's that guy. But no, I gotta thank Hungrybox, of course, and Team Liquid for really hosting up all of these juice box tournaments. And this is the first ever iteration of El Jugo Box. And I really do wish that we get to see a lot more of this specific series of tournaments, because the Latin American community does not get too many pure opportunities from big organizations for big tournaments. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys are seeing a great what would be showcase of two players that go very, very competitive with one another. It's Epic Gabriel facing off against Sonics. And you mentioned the matchup before between Cola and one of these players. He would actually very much prefer to face off against Gabriel. Gabriel is down 4-14 in sets against Cola.
Whoa, that is one dominant lead over in the sets. And I'm also looking forward to see if Sonics is going to continue his undefeated streak during this tournament. And you say undefeated, what? Isn't he in losers? Turns out, shoutouts to Last, by the way, for this. He told me that Sonics DQ'd round one. Round one of this tournament, he DQ'd. And he is now 14-1. To be here in bracket. So that is an absolute monster of a run.
Right. And that's as hero-ish that you can get from Sonics, making it all the way, knowing that every single set, their best of threes, their best of fives, every game could be his last. And he's made it all the way to loser semis. But here we go. 112 to 101 at the moment. In comes Epic Gabriel. Forcing up against the platform, has the gyro low, and he actually goes for a little bit of a waveland over towards the platform. Good reaction from Gabriel, actually jumping up a little bit higher, just so he could be right out of the range of the spring into up air. But finally, a good catch from Sonics. He's going to land in the back air, and that's finally going to kill. Sonics now at 140, just trying to make his way back to try to attack Gabriel and extend his lead. Oh, wow, what a catch.
Oh, great stuff from Gabriel, recognizing that, of course, even though it's not super easy to catch that recovery, like Rotor Arm has such an active hitbox that you can definitely make it happen with Rob by the ledge. And we did see that pay off dividends versus Myron a little earlier in bracket. Also, another thing that I would love to see from Gabriel is the gyro play. And of course, that Sonics is going to try to snatch it away from him because he knows that it can cut off Sonics' ground movement. And that is a especially jarring thing if you are trying to abuse the fastest character in the game.
Right, of course. And in we go again, Gabriel. Oh. Surviving that hit from the spring and not going to get hit towards stage. But instead now he pulls up with the up smash. And there goes Sonics. Epic Gabriel now with a little bit of a lead. Has an opportunity to kind of stretch it just a little bit. Sonics, I mean, Sonic in general is very much a light character. So who knows what Epic Gabriel can try to pull off. This game could be done within seconds.
Within seconds indeed. Or it could go to the last minute. Even now that we are on the last stock, somehow Sonic's avoiding the rest of the damage and finding a combo, of course, is going for the extension. No, but playing near the platforms. Once Meister told me that Sonic's really loves playing below those platforms once he gets a lead, but not quite there yet in the percent department so far.
And here we go once again. It's going to be Sonics. Forcing up onto
Gyro.
Gabe, just rolling back and forth. Gyro goes out, however. Same thing with the Nair. Facing on up. It's like seeing two Beyblades go at it, you know?
Just clashing.
So
it's like you're expectating from off the arena. Like when you get off like the spectator mode, when you get thrown off the arena, and you just see the little chips going at it, like clanking against each other, but it's Beyblades instead. Like that's what we're witnessing here.
Beyblades. And hey, I mean, Rob, he already has a Beyblade. He throws out the gyro, but in we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's a last hit between Gabriel and Sonics here for game one. Oh, Gabe just trying to run on away. I think an up throw at this point might just work out, but he really has to line it up to that platform to really overextend it. And he went for it, but it doesn't work. The Nair's not going to be able to kill either, but still more damage is being pulled on. 148 for Sonics, so that's a little bit more rage. Oh, spin dash right up into fair.
Whoa.
And Gabriel is going to get taken right into the blast zone and down for game one. Sonics, what a great, resilient performance from him there at the very end of the stock.
For sure. And I know I shouldn't be surprised at this point. I've seen Sonics play so many times, but it's still like catches me off guard the way that move combos into fair. Like the way that he's able to combo the side B into fair, even after the jump, even at such a high percent, even with rage, to me just blows my mind every time. And he did find the stock, so I guess it also should be easier and work better versus heavier characters and big bodies such as Rob. Because even if Rob has ways to circumvent the weaknesses of heavier characters, namely he has an amazing recovery, he has excellent frame data, and he has projectiles to go around all of those weaknesses, he does have a big body and he gets comboed pretty hard.
Oh, absolutely he does. But again, Rob has these weird extended hurt boxes that really, really does affect him in matchups like this against Sonics or against Sonic that, ends up in this weird situation that Sonics can essentially just throw out, nairs, he can throw out fairs, just these multi-hit moves that will eventually hit the more that he DIs into Gabriel. And Gabe really has to be really, really evasive to try to escape a lot of these attacks from Sonic. So that's what makes this matchup so special, where, somehow you need to just get away to try to boot on those high percentage combos with Rob while also trying to be so clear. And look at this from Gabe now. Almost had a huge opportunity with the rotor, but good air dodge now coming in from Sonics. It's 113 to 79. Gabe still has a little bit of way to go to actually get this kill for the first stock.
And I love that Gabriel actually knows the percents and the limits that he can go off stage even to fight for the recovering Sonic. Okay, Sonic is gonna try and pressure on that platform. That beam hitting its mark, and the gyro that is gonna fight itself onto the ground. Gabriel is trying to make this a more significant way to try and pressure Sonic, but ever so evasive is the guy from the Dominican Republic. Gabriel once more trying that edge guard, and I'm sure it does work, especially catching the air dodge recovery after the up B from Sonic. But Gabriel has that recovery down to a science as well. So I am looking forward to seeing in which way are either of them gonna close out this stock.
Oh, Gabe. Oh, using up that gyro, and he had the right read, but just couldn't end up getting the hit. But that stock went so far. That lasted over 2 minutes here, Roy.
Over 2 minutes, and it seems as lower. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for El Futuro or some other try to conversion there. Gabriel, of course, is never shy to try and pressure his opponents whenever he knows that they're gonna be off stage. But the forward tilt, I feel like that option only ever comes out at super high percent, but it's so effective. Like, it's deceptively fast, and also like the size of its hitbox, I feel like it's not always what you might expect from that move. Okay, he is trying to get cute as well. The damage keeps holding on. Okay, he's he's making it happen with gyro. He was in between a Rob and a hard place, but managing to get away from that situation. Like, every time that you are in between Rob and his gyro is like a pretty bad situation, I would say, or a pretty dangerous one at the very least.
No, absolutely. I mean, gyro just adds such a layer of counterplay to, just this just Rob in general. I mean, especially with how potent it can be, but just trying to stack you up with, you can get jabbed out, you can get down tilted right into it, and not only that, but it can also tap you right into what would be up smash range, or really just so many combo opportunities in the air too. Epic Gabriel, he certainly has to kind of I guess you could say he has to manage a lot with this character, but sometimes he can just do things like that. Pull up smash, and that's going to be the stock. But now he's at 124. Rob, he's known for hitting like an absolute truck. This guy, now Epic Gabriel, he could potentially take full advantage of this rage that he's building up.
And we touched on earlier in the way that Spargo was able to bring it back, but Sonics is also not a stranger to making consistent comebacks. I've seen this guy down and almost counted out so many times and yet bring it back. So I am looking forward to perhaps seeing the development that he could bring to the table if he manages to take that stock finally, but it's not looking like it. It's definitely not looking like it.
No, that's going to be Epic Gabriel pulling it out in game number 2. We have ourselves a ball game.
Yeah.
The good old US of A.
That's quite right. Like I love seeing close sets. I love seeing these guys actually fighting for it and showing the spirit. Like I told you earlier, like Sonic's, even though he had to the queue earlier from bracket, I don't know the exact reasons, but going 14 sets in a row, like that you do only if you really, really want to play and you really want to show your talent. So I put mad respect onto Sonic and of course onto Epic Gabriel as well, who has been on that grind, the online grind, which is the best that we can hope for these days, but nonetheless a noble effort for an up and coming gamer. And also, I do believe this. You mentioned earlier that these guys have never faced off in offline tournaments, but they
No.
both were at Genesis, I believe, at this year's
Yes.
Genesis. Both of these guys were on stage at the very least.
Yes, yes.
I would
no,
have loved to
absolutely.
see this matchup happen like right then and there, but well, we didn't know. We didn't know back then.
and I think at this point, look, man. Hey, my camera's not working at the moment, so I'll give you something better. There is a real picture of me creating some art, but it is what it is. No, absolutely. These two players, they have so much of a future in terms of physical events. I mean, Gabriel was already creating his own future in a sense. He already had,
Yes.
so much potential for himself at, big PGR events to the point that he was super, super close to actually making it into PGR or at least Area 51. And he was really, really pushing for that at the very end of season number 2. But I really do think that it's going to be the same thing with Sonics whenever, actual PGR events come back. I'm very, very excited to see what these two do, but that might be a little bit of time for now. So for now, we can enjoy what is some great Wi-Fi action between these two players.
Of course. And, well, the thing is, though, like, these guys are going to have a target on their backs once we are back, whenever that happens. But in the meantime, as you said, we are here in Kalos Pokemon League, a much wider stage, and this is one of Sonic's favorite counter picks. I feel like every time I see him go for the counter pick, he chooses this stage, a lot of room to run around, and those two platforms that perhaps aid on his recovery a little bit, and even the walls on the sides to be able to tech if he perhaps is in danger of getting spiked.
No,
So let's
absolutely,
see
and
how
I think
it develops here. Yeah.
This stage honestly can be a little bit of a pain for Rob because he doesn't exactly have that luxury of being as evasive off stage. Yes, he could be a little bit easier for him to just go pretty much straight up, but he can't exactly be able to escape just Sonic's multi-hit moves off stage as easily. He has to really, really be very wary of going for techs.
Of course. And also, Rob does have a ton of ways to mix up his recovery, but you have to be aware of what your opponent is bringing to the table at all times. So it's not like it's easy. Yeah, it can make it happen, but it's not like, recovery goes swoosh and Rob recovers. No, that's not how it works.
Oh, man. Speaking of going swoosh, you have you have Sonic getting blasted up right into the air, and he is just done for at least first stock. But now you have Gabe getting pressured out over towards the platform, but it's simply not going to happen. Look how much pressure Sonics is just putting onto Gabriel. He literally cannot breathe. And, well, finally, in up smash, I think that's the first up smash kill that we've seen from Sonics today. But it certainly does work.
Yeah. Not a move you see every day from Sonic, more reserved for hard reads than anything else, because I feel like we usually see Sonic go for this like heavy mix-ups on shield. Oh, wait a sec.
Super close interaction.
Yeah, it's always so tense. That's why I love seeing between top players. Oh my goodness, I told you a gyro and a dream also for Rob. Every time he knows that he can convert off of that if anyone is not up on their toes and trying or know how to deal with that gyro.
And that's the thing with this matchup too, because Sonic does heavily rely on spin dash. That gyro actually stops it most of the time. Either that or the gyro gets blown away and the momentum of that spin dash does get halted. So this matchup is actually kind of hard for Sonic, to say the least. But
Yeah,
it
but
really comes down to the player, right?
Sure.
Oh,
If
that's
anyone
massive.
can make it happen, is definitely Sonic's. Oh, he did manage to throw the gyro off and away. Gabriel looking for the edge guard. No, he is gonna choose instead for the control here in the stage, and the grab combos are gonna follow up.
Oh, that's
Down
huge.
smash. I was not expecting that, but it's 100%.
Yeah, no, down smash is actually becoming more and more common with Epic Gabriel recently, but this matchup simply does not facilitate for that move. It's mainly just for hard reads, like you mentioned with up smash with Sonic.
Yeah, versus Sonic is more like you have to really pick and choose your options, or you are gonna get heavy punished, as Sonic's was right away to do, and he is finding himself on the end of that backer, and that is gonna be the end of Sonic's run in this tournament. 14-2 after getting DQ'd, and Gabriel is gonna move on. Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
Am
no,
I-
I was
am
about
I-
to say.
am I-
you
am I
no,
dumb?
no,
I'm
you're incorrect.
I'm
You're
so-
incorrect.
I'm-
It's okay.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Never mind. No, disculpen, yo no hablo inglés. I'm sorry. No, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it off. Never mind.
It's
You
okay.
guys can remind me of that. All that you want. All that matters is that we still have a set going on. Still, Sonic's alive. Sonic's tournament life on the line right here. This is do or die for him. I forgot for a second that this is a 3 out of 5, and we are going to get the chance to see Kalos Pokemon League once more in this tournament.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, these two have been going on for a really long time anyways, and game number 1 was super close. If I'm not mistaken, it went down to what would have been last hit, and that game took like 5 minutes. So even then, I totally understand why you would have actually thought this would have been it, but could have been anyone's game. But now Gabriel, he has the lead. It's 2-1 at the moment, and really, Sonic's, he was already super close in that last game anyways. There's no way that he's stopping now. He went for that last backer. If that last backer had connected, there was a pretty good chance that Gabriel was just going to be out of there. But now these two players both have very similar percents. Not anymore. Sonic's down to 71. Oh, wow. Good chase.
Oh, he was going for it. Nice recovery from Gabe, choosing the aggressive route, going for the Nair. And both of these characters really have amazing backers, quite lingering and very strong hitting. They're gonna look for it as finishers, but right here, back in the neutral, Gabriel trying to close out the distance and putting the gyro in a position where it's gonna make it hard for Sonics to try and even come in. Okay. I see you, Sonics, trying to go pretty high. The second read, but Gabriel was also ready for that with the air dodge.
Oh, but there we go. Gabe throwing out a couple nairs. And again, a nair is such a great landing tool for Rob anyway, so Gabe essentially just it kind of relies on nair at times just to get back into neutral, mainly because again, Rob is such a big body, you know, he can't exactly land in a position too confidently, so nair is just one of those moves where he just throws out, has that meteor hitbox, and he'll be just fine. But look at that pressure from Sonics, throwing out Spring multiple times, but still being able to kind of use up that platform to really force out Gabe still off stage. But look now, air dodge in. Okay,
oh, very
Sonics
close,
is still
very
fine
close
for
to that.
now. Look how much damage Gabe has already taken though.
The damage is for sure racking up. Sonic's now actually fighting for his life, unlike what I was saying earlier. But here, Gabriel putting him in an even more compromising position, not only because of the percent, but because every single time that he can start going for trades even, and it's going to be harder to deal with the projectiles, simply because they're going to start throwing him further and further away, and it doesn't matter how fast Sonic is on the ground. Still, whenever he finds himself on the air, wait a second though. Wait a second, he was fighting for his life there in the recovery. Sonic's baby comeback here, making it happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's kept it absolutely even. I mean, kind of like this entire game. We haven't seen a game go between these two guys that's been at least one-sided. But wait a minute. You mentioned the baby comeback from Sonics, and he's absolutely completed it. Now, sitting up on the second stock, looking for just at least a little bit more damage. Potentially could rely on some low percent combos. And I love how ballsy Sonics can be, though. That is pure confidence to actually go for that up air, that get off me 120 move, essentially off of ledge, for him to be able to only air dodge back towards ledge. And, well, here we go. He's at 147, still driving on up. Gabriel is getting hit up a little bit. That Nair isn't going to connect all the way for a kill. Gabe, he's just looking for what would be a singular hit just to get things back down to one stock.
He really needs conversion here. Try to use the down tilt, of course, Rob's fastest option in the ground and one of the best normals in the game overall. And the gyro, though, is what I believe could come in play as well. But at such a high percent, I don't know if Sonics is going to even try and commit or approach. But it seems like he is still playing on the aggressive. Battle to the metal right there. Oh my god.
Oh!
He's closing it out. Kalos is quite narrow, but he went for it all.
Now he's dead. Good, again, good rotor arm from Gabe, but again, he went for it all there. He wouldn't have put himself in that position if he hadn't, just gone for the kill anyway. So that was just at least good heads up play from Gabe, but Sonic still getting so aggressive. But now, Gabriel, you already know what Rob can do.
Oh my goodness.
Stock in seconds. Now, you mentioned El Futuro. He could probably take him just a little bit, taking him to 69%, trying to go for the down air, but it's not going to work out. Multiple up airs. Now in comes Gabriel, still racking on the percent. He is a little bit high on rage too, so Gabriel could just finish this off with a smash attack or something of the sort. Still trying to build on a little bit more percent to try to make it a little bit more feasible, but we have a real game here now, Roy.
Oh my, they are going to go to the last hit in this one. At the very least, that's what's looking like. Sonic doesn't even have to approach, but Gabriel has to make something happen here. Holy cow. The words are escaping my mouth. Definitely. Gabriel landing poorly there, and this could cost him right there. He's not going to have the laser anymore. He's also getting hit there with the spring, and that could be the percent that Sonics perhaps need. Oh my god, the option would have been it, I think, because of the rage. Gabriel has so much rage that this is still a very dangerous position for Sonics.
Oh my god, in comes Gabe. He grabs up the gyro, still trying to blow out a little bit of a laser. That backer again, but in comes the fair from Sonics. Still not going to work out in his favor. He's going to stay on that platform. A little bit of a weird air dodge. I think he might have tried to go for neutral, but he's just fine. 189 on Gabriel, trying to trade up again with yet another Nair. Both rolling in. Why? That up smash doesn't connect, and instead the down tilt is going to take it away. Sonics has tied up the set 2-2, and this is yet another classic for these two players.
Wow, that was so close. I for sure thought for a quick second that Gabriel was going to bring it back because he was latching on to Sonics. He was not letting him breathe, but finally swinging and missing with that up smash. Something that you don't really see. I feel like every time that Gabriel uses that up smash, it usually finds its mark, but they're not gonna go his way. And the forward tilt of all moves from Sonic, I mean, Rob was already at such a high percent that it doesn't matter if Kalos is quite big, you are gonna lose your stock.
Sir, yes, sir. And these two are already ready to get back into this set. Game number 5. It is only loser semifinals. We still have so much action. Sonics coming in from the Dominican Republic. And, well, Latinos represent, because even then, I mean, although Epic Gabriel is from the U.S., was born in the U.S., this man is still Latino. So we technically have 3 Latinos here in top 4. What a time to be alive here, Roy.
What a time indeed. And to get to see Great Smash, I've always felt like quick shout out to all of the regions in Latin America, because we know how much Smash level there is. But in the meantime, Sonics is the one that is putting it to the showcase with this aggressive attempts at edge guarding and going for it again and again.
But in comes Gabriel. He's still staying alive, but another great backer. It's essentially what Sonics has been kind of throwing out this entire time, just backer after backer, and it almost always connects. So good with it, so good in terms of coverage, and Gabriel twice getting hit off fair off stage, and he's still alive. Rob is a big boy, okay? So he is a little bit heavy, so he's not exactly going to die at around 110, 120 to, right ledge options like that, but And we go once again, run up down tilt, but Gabe is somehow still alive. He's gonna get hit up by the spring. Good stuff from
Whoa,
Sonic
what an edge
again.
guard.
Amazing edge guard. That is exactly what Sonics has been going for all game thus far. And, well, Sonics, he doesn't plan on stopping. But now here comes Gabriel. Now himself, he needs to make a little bit of a comeback to try to make things at least a little bit even, because Sonic still has a little bit of a lead. Great snipes coming in from Gabriel, looking for the rotor arm, but look at the spacing from Sonics. He actually up-Bs a little bit early so he could go left of the rotor arm. That is amazing.
Dude, I don't know how Sonics makes this hedgehog look like a bird. He just goes off stage, and every single time it looks like even Gabriel, even with that amazing recovery, is not going to be able to make it back. And of course, we know that Epic Gabriel is amazing at mixing up his recovery, but look at that. The way, and also it's often overlooked, the way that he goes off stage, Sonics, with the aggression, non-relenting.
No, and it's incredible again, but now Gabe, he is desperately looking for this kill. That back air, if it wasn't on the sour spot, if it was sweet spot, that would have done it. But he was just blasted into the Shadow Realm. Oh man, Sonics now with a 2-stock lead over Epic Gabriel. I mentioned that these two haven't exactly gone, too dominate, like in a dominating way against one another. But Sonics, this might be the one to break that trend. But in we go again. Gyro, it's placed down. It's a little bit of a chip, and Gabriel immediately pulls out the rotor arm to at least take away the first stock.
And now it's Sonic's turn to try and find some damage. Their low percent is going to definitely benefit him because of, you have been saying it, Rob's big body is a huge target for this hedgehog to practice on his combos. He was trying to abuse the spin shot, something that I feel like I don't often see many Sonics use, but Sonic's the one and only. Oh, he's going off stage. What
So
insane. What an insane exchange right there, and it could be all over here. The forward smash is finally gonna find a way for Sonics to move on into this bracket. What a run he's been having. I told you guys earlier on stream, this man had to DQ. He basically did not even play his first round in winners and has just been going through losers, one away from getting eliminated every single time, and now moving on to losers finals. And he is going to fight versus Cola for that very deserved even spot that he has earned in this bracket.
Yes, sir.
Goddamn.
Lady.
Quite a run.
Quite a run. And it's not over. Again, he has gone through quite the marathon of the day. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys kind of have to realize that if you're Sonics right now, you've been playing for, gosh, I want to say 5-6 hours of straight
At least.
Super Smash Brothers. He has been playing pretty much high level too, because he had to go through such a run through top 64, through so many impressive players, and he has made it all the way into losers finals. If that doesn't kind of show you the spirit behind Sonics, I don't know what will. But Epic Gabriel, it was well fought. He's a good friend of mine. He's a good friend of a lot of people in my region, and I wanted to wish him commiserations at this point. He definitely made a really, really good run throughout this tournament, and him going out in fourth is nothing to be ashamed of by any means. It was a great game.
Definitely.
It was a great set. These two players go even anyways, so I mean, it's what we expected. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on. Cola versus Sonics. Sonics, if he really wants to, he would have to go, I think, at least 3 more games here and at least 3 more games in grand final. No, at least 6 more in grand finals. And I'm saying if this guy just goes absolutely just beaming straight, he would still have to play 9 more games of Super Smash Brothers. Man,
If he wants to win.
You have to think about it. His mental, he has to be like exhausted to some degree, right?
Yeah, like I love the game as much as the next Smasher does, right? I really do like this game, but playing for 5 to 6 hours straight, and you said high level play, because this guy is not like your average O2 or whatnot. No, he's a top player, and he is going to be facing off in the later parts of bracket versus really, really talented and studied players. So I imagine, well, the mental fortitude on this guy is insane. And I believe he have to know how to manage your resources, your mental resources, if you are going to compete in longer tournaments like this. Because for the guys, for example, Spargo already made it into grand final side of the end of this bracket, but he made it through winners. So he had to play considerably a lesser amount of sets compared to Sonic's here. So maybe the mental is going to be a huge part, and the fatigue has to be becoming a factor at this point.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on. It is going to be now Cola, a player that has made incredible moves in the physical Super Smash Bros. Space, facing off against Sonics, a player who hasn't exactly been able to kind of, travel all too much. He has been a force in the Dominican Republic region, to the point where he is actually for a very long time, he was not considered the best player from that region. He actually used to struggle and be second the entire time, but he has emerged as an absolute force here in Wi-Fi, here in online tournaments, but he really has to prove himself. Can he continue his run? These two have already booted on so much damage already, and that's a stage spike off the bat. Would you look at that, Roy?
I for sure would, and Cola has to be really careful in the way that he chooses to recover from now on. Not only that, also in the neutral, I feel like it's quite hard. Of course, Roy is a fast character, but when you're talking speed, you're definitely not gonna get any faster than Sonic in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So the way that Cola could abuse his tools is gonna be definitely on the frame data department, and perhaps on trying to stuff every approach that Sonic has to go for, but it's gonna be to have true reads such as that with the side B.
Has to be, and Roy's side B is already an incredibly strong option as it is, but against Sonic, it becomes even more brutal, as light as he is. But now, look at Sonic's at the moment, just kind of got stuck a little bit in the combo a little bit early on, and that F smash too just kind of simplifies things for Roy to an extent where, I mean, again, hits like an absolute truck. That man can kind of take back really any percentage disadvantage that he's at. But here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Yet another coverage coming in from Sonics using up the spring, but this time it isn't exactly going to stage spike. You still have Cola at the moment stuck at around 133. The spin dash does take him a little bit too far, so he's not exactly able to get himself up into that forward air region. But things are starting to get close here in stock number 2, but it's been separated by a knuckle sandwich.
Definitely going the distance here in the percent. Entering his last stock is Cola, and he's trying to choose to play in closer proximity to the platforms here, because he knows that Sonic is going to have a harder time trying to approach that, but it's not looking like it matters much to Sonics, who is just running all over the place and finding combo after combo once again, whether it's a spin dash or using aerials or even trying for grabs at some points. Then Cola is gonna have to rethink its strategy, or perhaps even consider the ever dreaded sometimes character switch. But I do know that he has an amazing roster of characters. So if he goes that route, I could still see him going his way.
Yeah, I know that. I know that much about about Cola. I mean, but it does get to the extent that, where Cola doesn't exactly, I don't think he would be in too great of a position playing up with Cloud in this matchup.
Yeah.
I'm going to be completely honest. It's just not the matchup that you want to go for up against Sonic. So if anything, he really just has to suck it up and just keep going as Roy. But remember, Roy can essentially come back from so many scenarios. I mean, Cola as Roy can come back from so many scenarios. So here we go. He's at 128. Sonic's at 26. But that back air is going to be well placed. And that's going to place Sonics in the lead in this set here in Losers Finals 1-0.
Sonic's continuing to further his claim into the next stage of bracket. Won't you look at that, the way that this man has been tearing through every single opponent that he has faced. It's not like he hasn't faced a challenge. I'm not trying to imply that. Of course, we've seen great sets featuring this man, and they have not been lopsided at all. But in here, this first one, I didn't see much hope for Cola, at least at the beginning. I don't know if they are going to choose to come back to the same stage, perhaps a smaller one, but no, we know that Cola really, really likes the layout here in Pokemon Stadium 2.
Yeah, and we're getting right into it. This is very much a gentleman's pick, where these two they already know what's up. They already know that they already just want to keep going in what is a very much neutral stage for these two characters, and well, they're just gonna have an absolute battle here, aren't they, Roy?
Of course they are, and look at that, Cola finally getting something going in the neutral, but not getting the damage that he was looking for, and he's trying to land on top of him, and instead Sonics is the one that reacts. Oh, nice air dodge into the ground, a defensive play from Sonics, showing the expertise in this matchup that he has. Oh, he is trying to bait it out. He is trying to get into this man's mind.
Oh, and again, not letting him breathe, essentially putting him through a cutscene, not letting him play this video game. But in we go again. Now you have Cola back into neutral, where he can finally hold on to his controller and finally put in a couple of inputs. Sonics getting forced up a little bit over towards ledge, but he's just fine. Both players sitting up into neutral, but that spin dash was a little bit short. He could have carried that over just a little bit more, but that's just even more damage. Good F smash coming out from Cola. Now he's covering up ledge. Oh, those iframes. It was losing out a little bit, but again, what a response there already from Sonics, making his way right up towards ledge. Oh, it goes a little bit too far. That could have been so bad for him, but now he's still alive. Finally gonna go for the back throw, and that's gonna be it for the kill. 3-2 in terms of stocks. And well, now Sonics has a little bit more work to do, as now Cola is now in prime position to just get bodied here in the second stock, potentially, if Sonics wants to.
Yeah, it's looking rough just due to the way that Sonics is playing. Very patient, very reactive, forcing the baits whenever he needs to, and that's, I think, a thing that Sonic really can do or abuse versus Swordies. Every single Sword character in this game has to play sort of committal, or at least the archetype that Roy is closer to. Oh, that was looking dangerous for Sonic's, letting the smashes rip, but not gonna work out for him. We know that Sonics can simply choose to run away or play in a defensive manner that is not gonna allow Roy to find the answer, but finally with the backer after Sonics is caught off guard, rarely so, but still a fighting chance here for Cola.
Uh-oh. And we go again. A little bit of a spin dash carrying him up a little bit. Cola just swinging away, just trying to chase down Sonics, but we mentioned this about Sonic so many times, and that's just unfortunate. A little bit of a missed air dodge, and he's not going to be able to kind of get that up in time to try to get back into ledge. But we talk about this a lot with Sonic, where he could essentially just play keep away, where he controls the pace of the game. He controls the tempo of the entire interaction that these two have in neutral, and it gets into this rough scenario where, characters like Roy, they're essentially forced to go for some crazy options just to try to go for these kills. And there we go again. That is just unfortunate. 2 straight SDs coming out from Cola. But we are going to be moving on into game number 3, where Cola does have a little bit of an opportunity to kind of reset here, Roy.
I definitely feel like he has to go for a different stage. We've seen that even though Cola is amazing with this wide, whenever he has the space to work with Roy's speed, yeah, he does amazing. But the thing is that you are playing catch-up versus the fastest character in the game. And even though Roy, yeah, he's super speedy, he's super swift, but not enough on the ground at the very least to compete in here. But Cola seems to be dead set on this stage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, like I mentioned, this is just pure gentlemen's coming out of the two players. I don't even think they need to communicate to one another. They're just like, hey, go again. And they just straight up agree with it.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back, my friend. And well, this time, at least, it's going to be a little bit more shenanigans coming up from Sonics, where he just controls a little bit of neutral. He gets up one hit off the spin dash, and he's able to get so much damage just off of that and fair. And in we go again, trying to capitalize on yet another fair, just to trying to get him away, trying to gimp him away, but it's simply not going to happen. Cola back in neutral.
backing neutral they are, but it's looking ever so rough. This entire set has been looking kind of hard for Cola. The force smash nearly finding its mark. Cola, it's like he's going for the second level read when he should be playing at level 1. He is trying to go one step further than he has to, and Sonics instead is baiting that out and punishing accordingly. So that is it's clearly showing in the way that he's taken stocks, in the way that he's been able to keep his lead constantly.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, I mentioned before kind of the record between Cola and Epic Gabriel, and honestly, this matchup would have actually been really fun to watch up between Cola and Gabe, pretty much because Cola actually has an overwhelmingly winning record over Gabe. But of course, he was given Sonics, who does have a little bit more even of a matchup with him, and now at this point, we might just see what is an overwhelming Sonics victory. But Cola, he's done playing around. He's waiting for what would be an approach here from Sonics, but look how deep he ended up going off below stage, and he was still able to make it back off the up B. Man, oh man.
Oh my goodness, he has to find a response, yet the percent keeps racking and racking up. And he's still trying to play near those platforms. Oh, the double dash attack not gonna pan out. Finally, reading that Sonics was gonna continue on pressing forward. He knows that, well, he at this point can afford to overextend, even if the stocks are even. The way that Sonics has been racking up percent so much faster than Cola has really goes to show not only the matchup, but the confidence that Sonics has and to play versus aggressive playstyles and to be able to approach regardless of the situation.
Right, and I mentioned before that Cola played up against Spargo very rarely, and they just faced off for the second time just a couple of days ago. But it was almost the exact same thing. These two players played off against each other just a couple of days ago, and it ended up being a win for Cola, actually, in a best of 5, going all the way to game number 5. So this is not very much a rare sight between these two. They've played 16 games against each other. The set count is 8-8. It is down even going between these two players. So this game right here will break the tie between these two guys historically.
And history is being made here in El Jugo box. Looking at that very red color, not only on Roy's armor and cape, but also on the percentage side. And he is finally gonna reset back into white because of that aggressiveness from Sonics, and he knows that at this point he can afford to play in his own terms. He doesn't really have to approach. He can play as defensively as he needs to, and even if Cola takes his stock, Sonics still, to me at least, it feels like he is in control. And judging by that percent, it sure feels like that is the truth.
Yeah, I do want to feel as if, Cola, he might have to just be in a position where he essentially has to bait out Sonics a lot more, but that is already dead and gone. But great response, dropping down, again, fast fall into up air, just getting away from that, from Sonics' own up air. But look at this now. This is a full stock lead coming out from Sonics, and Cola is just getting picked apart, and I think he's not done. He's finally back, but that spring has done so much damage to Cola, where he's now at 150. And again, the score is 2-0. This would be the most insane comeback that we've seen all tournament, and really for a lot of Wi-Fi.
That much would be true. Like, if he makes it happen somehow, he's going for the side B. The spin is almost killing the side B. Normally, you see combo into something else, and that is gonna kiss a goodbye to that stock. The grab, ever so simple, but he knew where he was gonna be. Sonics moving on yet again, and it feels like, is there anyone in this bracket who can stop this man at this point, even through the fatigue, even through as many great opponents as he has fought so far? Still, Sonics being the one that comes out on top.
Yeah, and Again, we've mentioned this multiple times. Sonic's DQ'd round 1 in a 500-man tournament. That is a very, very, very long loser's run. And he has made it all the way back into grand finals. And this tournament is called El Jugo Box. This is a celebration of the Latin American community in terms of Super Smash Brothers. And guess what? The grand finals is nothing but Latin American citizens. We have Spargo coming up from Mexico, and of course, we have none other than Sonics representing the Dominican Republic. What a time to be alive here, Roy.
What a time indeed. I am so happy for all the Latinos and Latinas out there that can witness the talent of their people, that they know now, if they didn't before, that there are a lot of gamers that have such passion for their competing games, and they are just insane. And of course, not to take any credit away from players from other regions, but this is Hispanic Heritage Month, and I love to see it happen. And these two guys are, of course, some of the epitome of what we get to see here in at least during this online era. And Spargo all the way from Tijuana, while, as you said, my friend, we are going to see him face against Sonics, the dreaded Blue Menace, all the way from Dominican Republic. This is, I mean, they could chat in Spanish. I don't know. I actually don't know if these guys go in Smash G and talk in Spanish, or if they talk in English. I'd be pretty curious to see, because both of this, like, Tijuana is a border region for Mexico, so it's like pretty common that people actually speak English in Tijuana, while as well Dominican Republic, it's super common that people speak English in there. So I don't know if they actually choose to use English or Spanish. Regardless, I hope that their interactions are very fun. While their gameplay, I don't know if we are going to see like defensive play, or if they are going to try to outwit each other.
It's going to be tough. Like I mentioned, Cloud's matchup against Sonic is very, very hard, especially now in Wi-Fi. And ladies and gentlemen, let's see if Spargo can possibly be able to kind of strafe away from good old Sonics, because we are headed into grand finals of El Jugo Box, and we're starting off here. It is Spargo representing Mexico. It is Sonics on the other side representing the Dominican Republic, and it is Sonic versus Cloud.
The face-up that we only get to see in Smash, really, and in such a wide stage. I know that we've seen Pokemon Stadium 2 time and time again, but it never gets old for me. Just such a great layout. And Spargo trying to make it happen here is spacing out those aerials. He does find himself at a little bit of a disadvantage, at the very least at the start of this set here. And this, of course, Spargo only needs to win 3 games. Oh, he was going for it. Oh, there, the spikes. Almost. He was so precise with those that I am almost surprised that he missed those. But as I was saying, like, Sonics needs 6 games total to win El Jugo Box, while Spargo is only 3 away at this point.
No, absolutely. And that's the tough thing. Again, Sonics has gone so far. And I mentioned that he has to win a minimum. Ever since loser semis, he had to win a minimum of 9 games to try to make his way back. But, oh, Spargo's dead! Spargo is dead! Oh. Trying to make his way back, using up that limit up B, limit climb hazard. But listen to this. Remember how I said this matchup is actually really tough for Cloud? Spargo doesn't care. Spargo is overwhelmingly positive on Sonics. He is winning over him in terms of sets 12-3.
That is quite a number. That is quite a number if I've ever seen one as far as lopsided set counts go. And these guys are very active on the Wi-Fi scene. I know Sonic's more so than Spargo, like at least earlier on in the season. But now, still fighting for his life, going through the ringer. We know Latin American players are no strangers to making insane losers bracket runs. Shout outs to my boy Leo, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But here it's a player from a very, very different country, but in a very different character, but with the same fighting spirit, going all the way to face against Spargo here. And he's working out so far for him.
Yeah,
Very well.
It certainly is in terms of percent, but Spargo, I'm liking kind of these hard options that Spargo has to take up. Just hard predicting too. I mean, you can kind of tell that these two players play up against each other so much. That's kind of why this matchup could actually be pretty competent for Spargo in general. One thing that I didn't take into consideration really at all is just it's Blade Beam. Blade Beam stops. Yeah, no, it stops. What is it? Oh my god!
Why tracks like the spin dash? Yeah.
Why am I? Yeah, spin dash. Thank you so much. I've said that word so many times. I don't know how I could forget it. But it stops it. That's crazy to me.
It absolutely is. But the thing is, of course, once Sonic adapts to that projectile game, he can use a spin shot, which is actually the movement. Like he just pulses super far with momentum whenever like he's trying to go. Or he's gonna close out that stock, of course, the cross slash and limit. Spargo is gonna have to work dearly for that second limit here in this one if he wants to get a little advantage of that, because of course Sonic doesn't have one of those quote unquote gimmicks that some other of these characters have as far as like a combat mechanic go, but it's not like he really needs it. Like Sonic is still a very oppressive character, and look at that coming in from Spargo, not giving up yet.
No, not giving up yet. That's got to be the limit up B being used for him to make his way all the way back. In comes Spargo once again, though, just pressuring out that shield. You still have Spargo taking advantage of neutral. This matchup, again, very tough for him, but he's still making it work at the moment. Oh,
don't go that combat just yet.
No, not just yet. He's charging limit here and there. Spargo still has a long way to go to actually get up that limit again, but it does not matter. Spargo wins out game one between himself and Sonics here in Grand Finals.
Call it a comeback kid. This man, this young man, consistently makes it happen in such a way. He's a showman. He's a showman. He knows that
really
people want a spectacle. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to make it look like I'm going to lose. But then, psych, I'm winning. I'm winning, baby. And he has done nothing but that. He has not touched the loser's bracket at all throughout this entire ordeal. So, my goodness, Spargo, I don't know how he does it.
I don't know either. This is a matchup that I would totally struggle with because I love Cloud. But Sonic has just such oppressive options against rushdown characters such as Cloud, but purely because of his recovery. I mean, Spargo, he has been an absolute king at stalling out his recoveries, an absolute king of actually being able to make it back over towards ledge. Although Sonics, he has proven again and again against Cola, against Epic Gabriel, players who have been fairly evasive in terms of actually making their way back onto ledge. Sonics has made them look silly thus far in this tournament, and Spargo, with a character that would arguably have a worse recovery, is looking super, super good off stage. But here we go once again, ladies and gentlemen, game 2 of Grand Finals. This is up on the board.
What he is losing, the neutral and the reset even. I thought that was going to be a finishing touch. Spargo, of course, know that it was not going to be an available option at that point, but what he loses in recovery, Cloud, he is going to win in spacing neutral, or at least Spargo is making it seem that way up until that forward smash was finding that mark. My God.
Oh, boy.
Such a close, intense matchup. This is all I wanted for El Jugo box. Just action non-stop here in Grand Finals.
Yes, sir. And here goes Spargo once again. Trying to cover up ledge, but it's simply not going to work out. And this is where Sonics thrives. Just trying to stack up his opponent, using up spin dash, and just taking on so much damage. He had an opportunity to finish things off of fair just a little bit later, but simply could not get it done. Spargo now throwing out, limit blade beam, but it simply does not work out in his favor. Once again, back throw. Oh, Sonic's at 157. He doesn't care. He springs a little bit early just so he could get right back up on stage, and he ends up hitting Spargo with a fat back air. But even then, finally, it's going to be the first kill for this man, and well, here we go. Spargo at 106, Sonics, fresh second stock, but this could go any way at this point. Spargo is about to get limit.
Oh, and there it is. There is the blue glow that indicates that Spargo is ready to let it rip. Oh, he's going to be forced to use it for recovery because of a mishap right there near the corner. I'm sure that Spargo didn't want that, and Sonic's, of course, so proficient off stage. It seems like every time that he throws somebody, it doesn't matter if the recovery is good or not, he is going to find a way to at least put on some percent, but more often than not, he gets the full stock.
Uh-oh. But in goes Spargo. A little bit of an up tilt, and, well... in goes the spin dash. It's going to be at least a little bit of a drag for Spargo, but he does end up at least staying up in neutral. That's all he really wants at this point. He is going to be able to stop spin dash using a blade beam. And again, he just keeps getting whacked again and again as he tries to land down. It's super tough for Spargo at least. Cloud does have a couple of really good landing options, but Sonics is essentially stopping him right when he even develops even a semblance of a move towards stage. But at this point, Sonics, he has this one essentially in the bag, but Spargo, of course, he's Cloud. He has that comeback factor to him. He has limit. Let's not doubt.
Don't call it a comeback just yet, but we have seen this very consistently. As you said, oh, he miscued the side that he was going for, and the read coming in from Sonic is not finding, very carefully. Even he got lucky there that he was not on the lower part of that Gleam Hazard, or he would have been forced to recover pretty low, and the downer is coming on. Sonic's, though, ever so aggressive on that recovery, and Spargo still fighting for his life. I don't know how he manages to keep still alive. Oh, he's getting hit by that. He got careless, and he's gonna be punished very heavily by Sonics.
Yeah, no, it's massive. And again, it's this stereotype, right? Oh, Sonic, it's a character on Wi-Fi that ends up timing you out. We only saw a singular timeout a little bit earlier on in our bracket, and that was against Apollo. Ever since then, Sonics has been super high octane, high adrenaline, and that's the type of stuff you like to see, because we think of stereotypical Wi-Fi play and we think of what is super, just hit and run, just trying to bait and punish the entire time. But we are not seeing that, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sonics when he absolutely needs to put the pedal to the metal, and boy, do I love having a front seat for it.
Oh my goodness. I hope everybody in chat at their homes are enjoying this grand finals. These guys are trying to destroy each other for sure. Once again, we see the gentleman's agreement coming back every time to Pokemon Stadium. This stage must look pretty familiar for everyone there, wherever you are looking. I hope that you're having a great time here as we are having. Whether it is looking at Spargo getting the percent, or it's Sonic's just managing to approach regardless of the situation, or even playing reactive and choosing to stay back.
All right, absolutely, and it would be at least a little bit of a challenge for Spargo just to try to maintain that neutral position, because again, spin dash, even if it doesn't drag you up, at least one of those hits is going to at least take you up into the air. And really, because of how fast Sonic is, and I mean, that's the stereotype, right? So fast, so he's gonna be able to chase down. But here we go. Stage spike. Spargo is dead. He went too deep for it, and that's the thing with down air. It lasts so long. It lingers. It just holds you there, and you can't simply get your jump out. Spargo ends up SDing, and although the stage spike came down, well, Sonics is still alive.
That air dodge saving his life. I thought that he for sure was gonna get caught off guard, but it was not meant to be for Spargo, who is fighting for his life once again. Of course, this is not even near the end of the set, and not even this game. We've seen it time and time again. Spargo soul searching for an option until he finally manages to make it happen. But it seems like maybe Sonics is taking some wind off of his sails.
Oh man. Limit cross slash right in the middle of stage. Not going to be able to finish it off. But that's actually something that we haven't seen so much, surprisingly, from Spargo. One of Cloud's best options now at the, especially after the buff, is just straight up dash attack. Dash attack takes away Sonic at like 120, 130. And surprisingly, we haven't seen anything but a jab block coming out from Spargo. That's going to do so much damage. And coupling that with Limit Cross Slash, he has made this game from a full stock deficit down to even.
Bailas is saying Spargo. Oh, the stalling there, and he's not going to. Oh, I thought that Sonic's was for sure dead, and he is. You couldn't have said it better. That's the best way to amalgamate everything that happened there. What a stock and what a response from Sonics.
That's amazing. Super, super close between these two players. Again, Sonics is up 1-1 at the moment. I don't think that's been updated in terms of the scoreline just yet, but only Game 3 of Grand Finals, and we're having such a close matchup between these two players. But in comes Spargo. Oh, okay. Good spot dodge. But in comes, again, Sonic's building up so much damage, not letting Spargo breathe by any means. It's like he's in a cutscene. He's like he's not even playing this video game. But in we go once again. Spin dash coming in, and he already lands immediately into an F smash. Beautiful movement from Sonics, as now Spargo, he's left up in a position where he has to make this mini comeback.
Acercándose el peligro, viene ya Spargo, ever so close to the danger zone that is Sonic's. Oh, neutral advantage range, but look at that. He still fighting for his life, and Limit is very, very close. Even sneaking a parry in, trying to find the aerial to close it out. What's it gonna be?
Oh, Sonic's right at ledge, but he tries to go for the F tilt that would have finished it. But instead, now Spargo has to go for the limit. Oh, has to go for the limit claim hazard just to make his way back towards ledge. And that is it. Stage spike off of Spring. And just like that, Sonics has taken up a 2-1 lead over Spargo here in Grand Finals.
What a crazy hectic situation by the ledge there. Like, my heart, I don't know what's gonna happen to it every time these two face off of stage. I don't know if Spargo is gonna get a spike. I don't know if Sonics is gonna manage to get the edge guard. These guys are going off on each other every time. Every time. And so far, Sonics is the one that's been coming out on top.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy in a sense. And I mean, this is what we expected out of these two players, right? They played out so much, but did we really expect Spargo to really be struggling like this? Because I mentioned, this matchup might be a little bit off for Cloud, but Spargo has such a great advantage over Sonics in terms of record. And man, oh man, 12-3, that is no small feat. I mean, if you're 12-3 up on an opponent, especially on Wi-Fi, especially with Cloud versus Sonic, that is insane. That is just a testament to how much Spargo has been playing this game, has been refining. And this, again, Spargo, so young, Roy.
It goes to show that talent doesn't know any age. Like, this guy just plays and grinds, and he does it almost seamlessly. And whenever pressure gets into him, I feel like he is starting to learn how to come back or bounce back from that. Oh, the limit is going to save his life as well. Talking about bouncing back. And the way that Spargo has been developing his mental game is really, really strong. And of course, that goes the same way for Sonics, who we've seen not only an insane loser's run, but the way that he commits to a certain playstyle sometimes, where he knows when it counts, but Spargo making it happen right on cue.
Massive Spargo. Needed that one immediately onto Sonics, and now he has himself a little bit of an opportunity to stack up a little bit more damage, going for a couple of up tilts, and that is beautiful. Early percent back air into cross slash, and not only that, but limit cross slash, that's going to get him so much damage. Has Sonics at 50, but Sonics still so evasive, so elusive, and he's still going to be able to tack on that last stock, and now we are more or less back to even. Spargo, trying to go for the tech chase with a down smash, but it's simply not going to happen. Spargo still with a big opportunity in neutral.
Spargo was on Sonics' mind for quite a while there. Well done by Sonics, taking advantage of the fact that get up attack is invincible, because Spargo was pressuring there by the ledge, but that interaction happened so long ago, and he's going to lose that stock. with the back here. Even the limit was not going to be able to do any difference for him. And now Spargo not the downer yet again.
That is insane! He read perfectly that Spargo was going to recover high, and he used his up B to get to the perfect height and still end up getting that back air. And here we go again. How many times are we going to see this situation? Sonics with an incredible lead after taking on what is so much percent essentially out of nowhere. Spargo up against the ropes, trying to find this last stock, has to cover up ledge, but he actually runs out on the limit. He was looking for blade beam, limit blade beam, that ends up lingering at ledge, covering up ledge, but it's simply not going to happen. Sonics is still alive, but gets killed finally by that back air.
Closing out that stock is Spargo. This guy is going to have to find a true combo, try to use the backers to wing neutral. The blade beams, are they going to come out to play yet again? No, but the out of shield options for sure are the dash attack to try to close it out. Oh, Sonics knew that he wasn't going to try to swing, that he has a too low of a percent to die from the limit cross slash. So he didn't have to worry too much, but these worries might start to increase because Spargo is already racking the percent, but what is going to happen?
Oh,
The recovery,
Spargo.
my goodness!
That's huge. Again, Spargo, he is back into neutral, but he tried to use up that recovery down air once again. That could have been absolutely massive. Not going to be a kill, but that down throw does put Spargo in a really, really weird angle. Still is able to get back towards ledge. Good down tilt. Still covering up again with the spring. Spargo is back, just covering onto shield, just making sure that he doesn't get caught by Sonics. These two are playing an insane game of cat and mouse, but even then, Spargo still gets up a huge hit off of back air. That F tilt not going to kill, but it's good enough to keep him off ledge. Huge back air, and that's going to extend from downtown coast to coast. And the first set of grand finals, the whole bracket has been reset. Spargo, Sonics, a best of 5 to decide the winner here of El Jugo Box.
One more set in store. This is, of course, not over. Sonics really making Spargo work for it. If you want to win this tournament, my friend, you are really gonna have to go through the ringer. And the enemy at hand, of course, is gonna be for him. Sonics, on the other hand, time and time again, the impressive loser's run. Is it going to happen? Does Sonic have what it takes? Which I know he does, but does he have it at El Jugo Box? Does he have El Jugo? ¿Qué tanto jugo le queda a Sonics?
Yo, do you really want this juice? Is this juice really yours, my friend? We are just going to have to find out because, again, ladies and gentlemen, the bracket has been reset. Sonics came out from the losers bracket, and it's the same thing with any other esport that has a bracket reset. You end up winning that set and winners, or I'm sorry, coming out of losers, and then you have to go through it all over again. Spargo, he's had an incredible run throughout the winners bracket, defeating quite a few very impressive opponents, but now he has to find himself facing off against Sonics one more time. And again, we have to thank what is Latinx in Games for actually giving us this opportunity to commentate this game, for being a part of the Unidos Online 2020 event. It is a 3-day live stream with so many events going on. Of course, you got tournaments, you got talks, you have what would be AMAs with high-ranking people in just the video game industry in general. So thank you guys so much for supporting Latinx in Games. And of course, if you guys do want to donate, which is I think today supporting GameWorks and Pantera, you guys can go all the way in the description of this Twitch channel, and you can go to the donate link that sends you to Tiltify. Thank you guys so much for your support. The Latin American community, thanks you very much. And we're going right into set number 2. It is grand finals once again. Sonics versus Spargo.
This is the truest of grand finals. The second set is here. Sonics was coming out of the fences, swinging, and Spargo immediately taking to that blade beam. But Spargo, of course, knows that he cannot abuse that tool for too long of a time because, of course, Sonics is gonna adapt really quick and he's gonna find a percent of his own, and we already know how much hurt he brings in.
No, absolutely. Cloud too. I mean, he catches you in just what would be a singular hit, especially at early percent, and he could drag you all the way to 40 to 50% just as off of a couple inputs. Sonic, however, pretty much has that same luxury where he catches you off of spin dash at an early percent, and he can just try to drag you with multi-hits. But, Spargo, he almost just SD'd. He didn't have a limit either, but that hit actually from Sonic's gave him his limit, and he was able to recover back. That was insane, and it happened within seconds.
Within seconds, everything can change in this match. We have seen Spargo bring it back against the jaws of defeat whenever he is at super red percent, super high. But this time around, it's going to be Sonic's biting the dust on this first stock. And Spargo is looking as strong as he was at the beginning of the last set.
Oh, but now Spargo keeping up with neutral. Sonic's now, I mean, we might just see that old Sonic dynamic come out where you can just play hit and run and potentially control the pace and the tempo of the entire game. But Spargo, I mean, we're talking about Cloud. Cloud will not let anyone breathe, whether we're talking about Sonic or any just simple defensive character. But now, in comes Sonic. That was a really good combo for a second there, but going so deep is Spargo. He still has a jump, but he is absolutely dead, Roy. 2-2 in terms of stocks.
He paid dearly with his own life, the overextension there. We have touched time and time again on how Cloud really doesn't have the best recovery. Of course, it's linear, and he has tools to mix it up. But like once you commit to that, we've seen Sonic's being super, super consistent in punishing him off stage. And so now he is bringing it back based on percent. But the forward smash, super strong forward smash, idiot club to the face. That sword looking like a barbarian tool, and Spargo is in a perfect position here.
No, he looks like a barbarian with his hammer, but boy, does Cloud hit like a truck off that F smash. And again, that is just simply an option that you don't see pulled out all too much, but Cloud just has that luxury in a sense, especially against light characters like Sonic. And Spargo is not dead! Great drift coming in from Spargo, and a good stall too. I thought that he was just simply done for, but he's still assaulting the shield with a couple of back airs, where now at this point, Sonic's has to just capitalize off of these offstage opportunities, but Spargo is just not allowing it. Now he's already back on limit, gonna be able to put on a little bit more shield damage, and even a little bit of a dash attack. More extra credit being booted on now by Spargo.
Spargo is working on getting this first game, and of course the momentum, we have to think about that as well, but I think he's gonna lose that stock to the back throw, and it is going to happen that way. Of course, Sonic grabbing him and really dragging him in such a way, but look at this, the way that Spargo is able to pressure off stage, cutting off his recovery. He's going for the second claim hazard, not gonna pan out. We've seen that Sonic is perfectly able to turn that situation around, so is very impressive whenever he does. And barely missing on that downer. I have not seen one find it smart just yet. But my goodness.
Again, 135.
Spargo doesn't have a single percent to his name.
No, Spargo is still chilling, man. And not only that, but he has limit, gonna be able to cover. He holds on to shield too. Really, any of these limit options could end up killing Sonics here, but Spargo is just waiting. Being so methodical with it. But I like this. Oh, man. It was nice for a second. Stalling out, just trying to wait if limit would end up going out on Spargo. But he holds it until the very last second of it. And, well, he launches it out. Full limit blade beam towards ledge. And that's going to cover up the entire thing. So, game number 1 going towards Spargo.
And just the coverage and the patience. Of course, I feel like Clouds sometimes tend to get desperate because they know, of course, now you don't have a limitless limit as far as time goes. So you have 15 seconds and that's it. If you didn't use it, you lose it and you have to go for the full charge once more. But Spargo never losing patience, just keeping at it. And he used it in the perfect moment to cover as many options as possible. Sonics chose to go way low off stage. And Spargo just knows that hitbox lingers forever. Even if Sonics tried to use the air dodge to recover, it would have to be in frame perfect to grab the ledge. And I believe that even still, he would have probably gotten hit. And because it was an untechable situation as well, because of the percent.
Yeah, no, and it's and again, it can be perceived as a little bit all too easy for Cloud, simply because he has so many kind of cop out options in terms of limit. And I'm saying this as an actual Cloud main myself. I mean, yes, you might be able to rack on so much damage, but there is just that singular risk, especially against Sonic. You get dragged out. First of all, once you're not exactly going to be able to kind of reflect anything just based off of low frame options. Not only that, but you get taken off stage and you don't have limit, you are done for. But hey, we are still moving forward. It is game number 2 here in the reset of Grand Finals, and Spargo is taking on so much damage. Good combo using up Fair and comboing that right into Limit side B. That's going to take Spargo at least a little bit more even in this matchup.
And of course, these guys know each other. They had already had one set to adapt in this tournament. But look at that. Sonic's always reading that high recovery to spring jump. A classic of all Sonic mains, a staple even of their gameplay. And one staple of Sonic's game plan as well is those edge guards. But Spargo turning it around. Volteada la tortilla. Mira nada más.
Love it, my friend. But here we go once again. It's going to be Sonic's returning the favor, and I like that. Returning the favor, returning the tortilla. It is what it is. Flipping it over. Here we go, my man.
That's what we do. And that's what Spargo is doing so far. Yeah, it's if not, it's gonna burn out. However, it's not looking very burnt so far for Spargo. I think he's finally managed to find a way to recover up high. That lingering hitbox on the downer, offering at least some protection.
Just a little bit for now, but Spargo's still trying to chase up with Limit Blade Beam, but doesn't end up connecting. Oh, I love kind of that empty pressure from Spark too, and that's kind of the thing with Cloud. I mean, same thing with both of these characters. These characters are so fast and have so many aerial options that essentially you just empty hopping is going to kind of catch off your opponent. But Spargo thought he was safe off the neutral getup, but Sonic's, he just holds it on there with a knuckle sandwich, and that's going to finish off stock number 2. Now Spargo has the boot on the Jets.
The dreaded Hypno Smash. Seems like people don't always find an answer for that, but Spargo did, even if it took him quite a bit of time with that back air. And we are back at lower percent. We know that both of these characters shine quite a bit, and Spargo has limit. I don't believe that he is going to be able to use it to take the stock, but he is actually finding a ton of pressure through that, and he is ever unrelenting, even off stage. But Sonic's, look at that, the uppers, the juggles, making Cloud look like he's playing the Ditto.
Oh, and even then, Sonic's still innovating a little bit more. That was a weird last-second option, but he just had to go for a couple of jabs off of shield. But in goes again, yet another homing attack right off of spin dash. Spargo trying to approach, and he just keeps getting assaulted. Now we're finally seeing what is optimal runaway, just hit and run type gameplay. But now in comes Spargo, up being right on back. He does have limit back. Remote, I don't really know if limit's going to be kind of the X factor for the kill, but it's definitely going to be a lot of damage if he can actually connect it. Sonic's just running away, just trying to expire limit off of Spargo. Spargo just can't find it, but finally limit blade beam of all things is going to end up connecting. That down air just trying to cover up ledge, but it's not going to work. Back air, and both are back to even now, Roy.
And Spargo finding the spacing, the perfect spacing where the invincibility is not going to matter anymore. He is making it pop out into the stage. Look at that. The spacing out, and Sonic's not relenting, going for that forward smash and a second one to follow, but the dash attack, I did not see that coming. Out of seemingly nowhere, Spargo finds that kill.
That was an insane neutral interaction.
Yeah.
Both just swinging at each other, pretty much reading each other's roles again and again. So many tech chases, and you still had what was that last pixel interaction where you had an F smash coming up from Sonic, but you just so happen to have Cloud land right behind him, and instantly when he lands, he goes for the dash attack that ends up killing at around 110% against Sonic. And Lord, we are finally getting ourselves a true ball game from Spargo. He showed up, and he's showing out in droves, because now at this point, we have ourselves a good standard lead here for Spargo. It's a good cushion, 2-0 over Sonics. He just needs one more game to push this one for Mexico.
Push it and take it all the way to Tijuana. They are going to celebrate there for sure. If Spargo and La Firsona as well, those guys are for sure gonna celebrate. If Spargo gets the win, while the guys at the Dominican Republic for sure are gonna be like raising up their hands in hopes that Sonics is the one that makes the 3-0 reverse sweep, because this might be his last hurrah. If Spargo takes 3 more stocks, this tournament is over. At least during the next
3
game.
more. Yeah, 3 more in one game, and it is over. It sounds so simple, but is yet so complicated. Sonics, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are coming into the stream once again, or coming into the stream for the first time, Sonics, he has made his way ever from round number 1 of this entire tournament. This is a 500-man bracket. Man DQ'd from winner's bracket. So he was just booted down into losers directly off of round number 1. He has had to make his way through so many big name Wi-Fi players in the Super Smash Bros. Scene, all the way into grand finals, and not only just grand finals, but he still has to reset the bracket. So many best of 5s, so many best of 3s. This man has been playing this game consistently for the past 7 hours, and even then, he still does not seem like he's stopping that momentum by any means. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 3 between Spargo, based out of Mexico, facing up against Sonics, straight from the Dominican Republic, facing off again in the reset of grand finals. Spargo just needs one more game to pull the championship.
1 more to go, and that is all she wrote, perhaps, unless Sonics, of course, has something to say about that. Going through such enemies as Epic Gabriel, going versus Pika Pizza, aka Cola, as well, and taking 1 set already from Spargo's clutches, but the way that it's been looking in this second set, it could be all she wrote for Spargo, who already has limit and is working towards finishing this set.
And rightfully so. You still have Spargo making his way back over towards ledge. Great damage done thus far by Sonics, but Spargo is doing a great job just keeping Sonics up in the air, using up up there, and well, Spargo still forcing up on shield. Sonics deep off stage, and again, cross slash deep. Spargo searching for it, and Cloud, he's not exactly a character that you'll be seeing go that deep, but boy oh boy does Spargo take advantage.
Every time is still surprising, but so effective. Spargo for sure knows when he can bet off stage, but so does Sonics. And whenever he is finding pressure onto his opponent. And back at the lower percents, here they are. The neutral play is in full force. Spargo trying to space out aerials. Meanwhile, Sonics finding himself back at the corner, the dreaded place for most Smash players. And look at the way that Spargo is bringing in the pain, just surgically picking apart this Sonic main.
Oh, and again, we have yet another opportunity for Spargo, just trying to cover up ledge. He is about to gain up on limit. And there you go. Finally gets back up. Oh, that was a little bit weird. Now it's Spargo at this point, Roy. He's the one setting the tempo to an extent, but even then, Sonics does not stop by any means. He's finally made this not only just a little bit even, but now he has a lead.
Oh, definitely turning the tables around, and I don't think that Spargo is going to be, able to recover. Sonic's putting the final nail on that coughing and using that spring to force the recovery and stall out, wasting Spargo's invincibility. Such a great move coming in here from the Sonic main. While as well as Spargo is trying to close this out, but the fast reactions from Sonics, and I think that this is going to be it. No, I don't know how Spargo managed to make it back. Sonic's almost being a forgiving player at this point and letting him recover.
No, he's still just fine for now, and you still have what is so much constant pressure from Sonics.
Yo,
Spargo just spacing out, but that dash attack not going to be able to finish. He's still trying to catch up on ledge, and that fair is going to finish it off. Last stock situation.
Once more, who is gonna take this whole tournament? El Jugo Boxes who Spike. What the cow is going on there? Look at that. Sonics is gonna take this game in the span of a few seconds to turn it all around once more. The explosiveness, that he's able to show, even if Spargo was looking commanding for quite a while there. Just in the blink of an eye, in the time that it takes you to go from one breath to the next one, Sonics is able to get rid of that stock from Cloud. God damn.
And that's the thing with Cloud, right? You can't exactly be all too trusty that you can just hold on to your stocks and really hold on to a hope that you can really get back to ledge. And especially against what is Sonic's Sonic. That's a weird sentence to try to pull off.
It's a mouthful, but
it is a mouthful, and for good reason. It's both a mouthful physically and in game because, again, he goes super, super deep off stage. And Sonic, he has that luxury. You know, he has a really good recovery naturally and uppy. But not only that, but his air dodge is one of the best in the game. It's one of the most evasive in the game. That takes you so far. So essentially, Sonics can recover for almost any scenario. So he'll go super, super deep just to try to kill out a Cloud, which is honestly one of the easiest things to do in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But when you're up against Spargo, it's one of the hardest things on earth.
Yeah, Spargo just finding ways to mix it up every single time. And I told you once more, finding use for those downers. Spargo spacing out Sonic, something that is not it's way easier said than done. Definitely the way that he is able to go for this consistent punishes against the fastest character in the game and getting the dash attack even once more. The down smash, I thought that was gonna be for sure. Spargo's stuck onto Sonic's on the downer once more. Not even the spike and not a snipe as well. How is this man still alive?
I don't understand, man. It's just another one of those things where I'm as confused as you are. But in comes Spargo once again to trying to cover up ledge. But even then, you have Sonics. Sonics just getting comboed on up. This is Spargo's opportunity to take this entire tournament. But even then, you have what is a very elusive Sonics just trying to stay away from just pure neutral. Just trying to drag Spargo to one of those cheesy offstage kills.
Cheesy, but sure, there are effective. Spargo using the Nair, even a tool that we touched on before that has been nerfed ever since the days of Smash 4. And now Spargo bringing back the good oldies. The finishing touch would have been the ceiling stock right there. Like, that would have been so nuts. I feel like in Smash 4, I saw them quite a few times, but not anymore in Ultimate. And we are going into even stocks here for Sonics versus Spargo.
Even stocks, and now you have Sonics booting on even more damage, stacking on the up airs. And again, Spargo stuck at ledge. These two are even now, Roy, essentially out of nowhere. But now, Limit, it is being racked up a little bit more by Spargo. He is almost, he's just pixels away to trying to keep it back up. And there goes Sonics again, right on ledge. Spargo with a back air, but he trades out. Spargo now one stock away from the trophy.
Sonic's betted all on that aggressive recovery from upstage. He had let go of the ledge, and now he's gonna get to eat a ton of percent coming in from Spargo. And this situation of the corner once again, time and time again, being perfect for him. Even if it looks dreadful, he has found a way to make it work, and Spargo working with all of this momentum here. Look at that, pressuring Sonics at every single avenue that he can find, and he has not let this man land.
No, he has not let him breathe. It's all just a singular cutscene for Sonics at this point, as Spargo is just taking him towards the ledge. Still has him at perfect kill percent for so many options, and he's about to build up Limit. This is just about it, Roy. It's super, super close. Spargo. Oh, still taking advantage of a little bit of neutral, still building on even more damage. I don't even know how it's possible, but he's still at 138, up an entire stock. This one should just be about GG, but there it is! The Limit cross slash going to finish it off. Spargo, hailing from Mexico, is going to be your champion of El Jugo Box.
Se acabó el jugo. It's over. It's a wrap. Spargo all the way from Tijuana managing, even if he got taken to the last game, to the last set of this tournament, like, he still manages to come out on top in a very dominant fashion and showing up that Latinos and Latinas all over the place have amazing, amazing things to show in these games, especially in Smash, one of the most prevalent titles I feel like in the entirety of Latin America. So
Yeah.
it's been amazing. It's been amazing, and it stayed in home. Like a Latin American dedicated tournament ended up in the hands of a Latin American player. So what could
Yes.
more have we asked for?
Nothing more. Nothing more. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys all so much for watching the Unidos Online Super Smash Brothers tournaments, of course, named El Jugo Box. If you guys want to follow up with any more of these tournaments, if you guys are interested in the Super Smash Brothers competitive scene, of course, this tournament happens every single week, but it's not called El Jugo Box. It is called the Juice Box, hosted by Liquid's own Hungry Box, and of course, Team Liquid themselves. It happens every single Wednesday, and you guys can find more info on that tournament every single Wednesday again over on Hungry Box's Twitter account. But of course, this event is all about supporting the Latin American and Hispanic community. You guys have been amazing with your support throughout the entire weekend. We have almost raised $5,000 for both Pantera and Game Heads through our Tiltify link. And of course, this event is going to be going on all the way up until tomorrow. Of course, Unidos Online is nothing just about esports. You still have different talks about cosplays, let's plays. We have speed running in just a couple of minutes, folks. So this is just pure variety all weekend. And of course, myself and Roy, we wanted to thank, of course, Unidos Online, Latinx in Games for actually having us out there, out here for this tournament. Of course, my name is Upmind. You can follow me on Twitter at Upmind_. Roy, where can they find you?
Well, they can find me on Twitter at Roy_ORS. But before we go, I know this might not be related specifically to the whole Latinos movement right here, but I want to take a quick second to remind everybody today is World Mental Health Day. And so you guys, I want you to take the time to always be mindful of your own mental health and of those who are around you, the people that you hold near and dear, perhaps. And that if you are struggling with any kind of mental health issues, or you know someone who does, then I encourage you to seek professional help, which is really the best way to go. And of course, you guys be nice to each other. As I said, be mindful of your mental health, and much love to you all. Los quiero muchísimo, amigos. Gracias a todos. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to everybody that makes this Unidos Online possible, and Latinx in Gaming, and every single sponsor that makes it happen. Thank you all so much.
All right. Sounds about right. We're about to outro this entire thing. We're gonna take it into speed running, and as you guys just saw, we're gonna see Blasphemous in just a little bit. Hasta luego, amigos. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Hasta la vista.